letdown of sorts was almost predictable. There were, however, two surprises that came out of Thursday night. On the positive side, Reggie Lemelin returned from his back woes to the Boston net, making 27 saves while keeping the Bruins within striking distance of the Flames. On the negative side, Mike Milbury lost another man from his beleaguered core of forwards. Randy Burge is out indefinitely after damaging ligaments in his right knee, and he joins an injury list that is putting more and more stress on the Bruins' scoring capabilities with every game. Today, things won't get any easier for the Bruins as they face off against the league's best team, the Chicago Blackhawks. Who can forget the spirited end to the Hawks' last visit to the Garden when a controversial finish and a no-goal saw Mike Keenan fit to be tied. Well, ever since then, offense and defense have gelled to complement the outstanding network of rookie Ed Belfour to make the Blackhawks the team to beat for the best record in all of hockey. This afternoon, the Bruins will look to do just that as both teams face off at Boston Garden. And it's next, live on NESN. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boston Garden as the Bruins and Blackhawks get set to do it once again. And who can forget that game back in November when Mike Keenan tried to climb over into the scorer's table? Well, things didn't go his way, but things certainly have since then. For the Bruins, they have kept their head above water despite all the injuries. However, there are some new faces. Andy Brickley and Peter Doris have been sent back down, along with Ralph Barahona. Coming back, John Carter and Wes Walls, and John Bice is also back on board. And you'll also see the #1 pick from 2 years ago, Shane Stevenson. I asked Mike Milbury why the changes. He very simply said, "We lost the other night. I don't like to lose." Reggie Lemelin in goal today for the Bruins. Ed Belfour is expected for the Blackhawks. For a closer look at this one, let's go up to the booth right now with Fred and Derek.
Thank you, David. A couple of young men are leading this Chicago Blackhawk team. Jeremy Roenick, quite familiar, Thayer Academy, and almost the MVP of the All-Star game, playing brilliantly for Chicago.
Well, Jeremy was my pick for Rookie of the Year. I watched him for years now playing locally, and then he came up. He was a surefire, couldn't miss, and right now Chicago unloads Savard because they've got Roenick that can do everything for them, and he's certainly leading the way.
Well, certainly he has the toughness. I think that's what he had to prove in the NHL, and proving that, tough as Derek Sanderson at center.
A lot tougher than me. What happened with Jeremy, he was with Thayer Academy, and in that prep league, you say, geez, can he take the heavy going? Can he take the tough sledding? And he came right out in the playoffs when they first brought him up, knocked a couple of teeth out, got right back in it, and scored a goal. That's the way Jeremy Roenick plays, just hard, tough hockey.
And the other major contribution for the Chicago Blackhawks would be the goaltender, a rookie, Ed Belfour.
Very rarely do you get to see a rookie come up and do what he's doing for the Chicago Blackhawks. He's been very consistent. He's leading the league in wins and save percentage. He's just having a miraculous year. He's bounced around. He's seen a couple of hockey games professionally before this, but this is his rookie season. He's high on the list for Rookie of the Year.
Well, if you get the goaltending, you can go a long way, but you wonder about a rookie as you head for the playoffs.
Well, you're looking at Chicago Blackhawks for years down the road with Roenick and Belfour. This only being Roenick really his second year, and then you've got Belfour his rookie year, and they are 1-2 tandem that is leading this hockey club. They've got a great future ahead of them.
And we'll have the opening faceoff in just a moment.
My hair marvelous. Peter did it, you know.
Didn't we meet in Cannes last year, or was it Bora Bora?
So let's talk about you, darling. What do you think of my dress?
Well, Rod said, let's go up to Mick's house.
Both my Ferraris are in the shop. I hate that.
I see modeling as a stepping stone.
Sure.
But what I really want to do is direct.
Oh, you're right. Hi.
If it's out there, it's in here. The 9X Yellow Pages. Why would anyone need another?
Shine a light on you, shine a light on me. Keep your light shining for everyone to see.
Every day, more and more people are getting together over an ice-cold Bud Light.
Well, you can taste it, you can feel it, you know you got it right.
'Cause everything else is just a light.
Just keep your Bud Light shining.
It's just a light.
to the good life.
To live the good life, you have to pay the price. The average new car costs over $15,000. But there's a motor oil that can protect your investment under extreme conditions when conventional oils won't. Mobil One, isn't your car worth the extra protection?
To the good life.
Protect the environment. Take your used motor oil to an approved used oil collection center.
Nisson's exclusive presentation of Boston Bruins hockey is brought to you in part by Budweiser, the king of beers with that distinctively clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race. And by Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Centers, because family spirit is what Sullivan is all about. And by Mobil One synthetic motor oil. Isn't your car worth the extra protection? And by the Discover card, it pays to discover, the card that pays you back. And by Gillette and the revolutionary Gillette Sensor Shaving System. Gillette, the best a man can get. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Boston Garden. We're just about set for hockey between two of the top teams in the National Hockey League, the Blackhawks and the Bruins. The Bees looking to gain a share of the top spot with a victory today. You know, Mike Keenan was telling me that going into this season, they wanted to cut back by at least 50 goals, and they're on their way thanks to two people. Certainly Ed Belfour, but Chris Chelios has made a world of difference with that Chicago defense.
I haven't talked with Jimmy Pappin before the game. One of the powers that be in Chicago. Just amazed at how much Chelios controls the tempo of a game and settles things down, calms his teammates down, brings a lot of experience, a lot of offense back there as well as his defense.
Should be noted, Turk, that without the emergence of Jeremy Roenick a year ago, that deal never would have been made. They could not have afforded the deal, Denny Savard. Right now, down on the ice, a presentation about to be made to Raymond Borg.
In recognition of his support of children in Boston and Montreal. Borg was originally presented with the award at last month's All-Star Game in Chicago. Acting on behalf of the New England chapter of Ronald McDonald Children's Charities is President Sid Bornstein, who will present Ray with a check for $20,000 to two of his favorite charities, the Floating Hospital for Infants and Children here in Boston and Montreal's Children's Hospital. Since 1986, Ronald McDonald Children's Charities have donated more than $1.5 million to support local charities that help children lead healthier and happy lives in eastern Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. Congratulations, Ray Borg. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
Raymond Borg winning the MAC Award from the McDonald's Children's Charity.
Tremendous work here Raymond's done for kids in the area.
Now it's time to turn things over to Renee Rancourt, who will sing the American National Anthem.
Organist Ron Harry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, Renee, this crowd is ready for hockey, so let's have at it. Here's your officiating crew. Don Koharski, the referee. Kevin Collins and Pat DiPuzzo will be Koharski's linesman. In the Chicago goal, the #1 goaltender right now in the National Hockey League, rookie Ed Belfour. He has done everything and more. Didn't really take over until early in the season. Goaltending still a question mark coming out of training camp for Chicago. In front of Belfour, Thomas, Murray, and Graham across the front line. Conroy and Manson at defense in front of number 30, Ed Belfour. And there's #1, Reggie Lemelin, who was sharp the other night. He kept the Bruins in it. Unfortunately for his teammates, they could not muster an attack against Calgary. Neely, Hodge, and Lazaro will start along with Wesley and Bork in front of Reggie Lemon. Let's keep an eye on Jeff Lazaro for his first hit on Dave Manson. That should start some real fireworks. Fred?
Set to go, Troy Murray against Ken Hodge. Back to Bork. Bork works it free. Wesley clearing in. And Belfour able to block it. Neely pressing in, Bork moving in, Hodge covering for him. It's knocked away all the way to the Boston end. Wesley able to get it, but he took a hit there. Moving in hard was Dirk Graham, the right winger, rugged competitor.
Chicago's going to hurt, going to hit. Dirk Graham just ran Ray Bork, and Bork just pounded him to the ice.
Belfour clearing it himself up for Graham, breaking with Thomas. At the defense, it is Wesley playing it behind the net for Ray Bork. Up for Neely. Neely back for Bork. Bork can't get away from Roenick. Now he does. He eludes Jeremy Roenick, who just came on, and clears it in the zone. Back for Chris Chelios. Hitting by Neely. Knocked the man down, and the puck now over the line for Larmer. Larmer dropping it off for Goulet. Intercepted, though. And the Bruins, Don Sweeney, moves it out. Neely's still on there. Bob Sweeney, the lines are changing. Bob Sweeney rushes, goes deep on Chelios. Checked behind the net, hit by Roenick. And took the hit. The puck cleared out center ice. Knocked down by Don Sweeney. Sweeney broken up. Larmer breaks with Goulet. And the trailer goes for the shot. A save by Lemler. And he clears it to the corner. Larmer dropping to the point man, who had moved in for Sarah, playing with Keith Brown injured. Net dislodged, and a face-off called, and a little jamming there.
John Carter getting into it on the far side with Steve Larmer. Let's take a look at who is not playing today as the Bruin injury list continues to stretch out. Burridge on now. Weimer is off the list. He's just scratched today, but Burridge, Poulin, Nyland and Byers had surgery yesterday. Brzezinski on Tuesday for surgery. Moog will try skating tomorrow and see how it goes. John Bice just not dressing today. He was called up. Brown, Yanni, Grimson, and Peluso. Those not playing today for the Blackhawks.
Well, what the Blackhawks have brought, they're going to hit. There's going to be no doubt about that. They've come here. The Bruins do not have a Nyland or a Byers in the lineup. They're going to have very clean. Here's Ray Bork shaking Jeremy Roenick, which is not, it was no easy task. But earlier, Graham took a run at Bork. He saw him coming, knocked him down. Then Carter over there with Manson. Chicago's going to hit. The Bruins are going to have to respond. They've always responded well in the past to hitting.
The power play is going to have to respond, Derek, which won't be easy. The Blackhawks are 5th in penalty killing.
Their power play, Blackhawks power play is 1st in the league.
Adam Creighton on the faceoff and the draw to Galley. Galley is checked, gets it around though for John Carter, called up from the Maine Mariners. Now for Bob Sweeney, breaks with Graham Townsend, drops it for Townsend, who cut behind him. Townsend into the corner, drops it, but right on the stick of Creighton, cleared out. Back for Galley. He's on defense with Don Sweeney. In the center ice, Presley knocks it away. Indeed, taken now by Carter. Carter trying to clear it. Stopped by Manson, fed in. Around the boards, it is Shane Stevenson called up. He's at right wing with Bob Sweeney. And it's off for Don Sweeney. Over the line, Galley and Carter trying to move, and it's offside. No score. Boston and Chicago, first period on Nesson. To play for this team, you got to be tough, versatile, fast, and powerful. You got to be great. That's why the Bruins have GMC Truck in their team. Because no matter what you need, GMC Truck has it. Durability, versatility, quickness, power. Come see the full GMC Truck team. And right now, get a free autographed Bruins poster while supplies last. Come into your New England GMC truck dealer today.
Rookie Shane Stevenson. He may pick up a little of the slack created by the void with the injuries to Nyland and Byers. He can put the puck in the net. He also can handle himself physically.
Doug Wilson, he plays without a helmet. He's on defense, and Neely is knocked down by Hudson.
That's a trip.
And the call. A power play for Boston.
Well, I think it's really important for the Bruins to convert on this power play. Set a tempo so that Chicago will back off a little bit, Derek, with the cheap hitting.
Well, there's the knee. That can blow a knee.
Dirty hit.
That can blow a knee, too.
He knew he couldn't catch up with him unless he stuck the leg out.
Didn't try to make body contact, just wanted to knock him down.
Mike Keenan, very pleased with the way things are going. The Blackhawks, the only team to make it to the Final Four of the Stanley Cup playoffs in each of the last 2 seasons. And he figured at this point, either you get better or you're in deep trouble. Well, they have gotten better.
They have.
Now the question is, can they surpass what they've done in the playoffs the last 2 years?
And I think, Dave, you're right. A lot of the emergence of Jeremy Roenick had a lot to do with it. Allowing Savard to go for Chelios. Goaltending, of course.
Gianni is out there with Skriko and Neely tucked to the Boston end. And Graham trying to get down on Bork. Bork winding up. Troy Murray in to pick him up. He's waiting for Gianni. Started out deep forechecking by Graham and Troy Murray, but breaking now, Neely. Neely trying to go it alone. Slides by Crisera, goes to the corner, takes the hit. Skriko to Gianni now. Gianni holding in the power play. So Ray Bork holds, fakes, gives it to Wesley, gets it back, fires, scores! Raymond Bork from Glenn Wesley. Power play makes it 1-0 Boston.
How about that? Big shot by Borg. Belfour, I don't believe ever saw it.
Now, Raymond's 900th point.
Let's take a look at the Mobile One instant replay and see it again.
Nice play by Wesley. Just a big shot. Notice Belfour is down. He never even did it. He did nothing else but fan the legs. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Raymond went upstairs. Belfour just gambled.
Nobody moved Neely out of there.
Wrong choice.
There were 2 red sweaters there, and neither one made a move to get Cam out of the way of Ed Belfour, and Raymond Bork made them pay. That's a big goal to start this game.
First shot by Boston. Raymond Bork makes it 1-0 on the power play. This is a potent team, though. Goulet offside over the line. The key there on Bork. Bork had an original shot, and he held it when a Chicago player went down. Passed to Wesley, then got it back, and then nobody was down to block it.
But nobody really moved. Belfour was confused with that. That play, as we watch Belfour, when it goes back, he just goes down. He's screened. He can't see by Neely, so he's going to gamble one right over his right shoulder.
Oh, I like that pump. That's kind of a point and draw pump. Raymond Borg, another milestone, and I'm sure there'll be many more before he's through playing.
Ray Bork is 13th, 900th career point. Gianni and Wesley assisting at 312. Creighton out there now with Thomas and Presley on the wing. Bork holds, fakes, gives it to Lazaro. The drive, the save, Belfour.
That Belfour went down early on that one, too. Yeah. That can't be the way he's been winning hockey games. Creighton and Hodge going at it. This one's going to get ugly if it is not cramped. They don't clamp down on it early. Right here, Lazaro. Puck got away from him a little. You see how he skated up and had to catch up to it. He wanted this left side, that left post in there. Just kind of, we got the wood on it he wanted.
11 points, but that doesn't include the hits he makes.
Now he brings an awful lot to the hockey club aside from points. Jeff Lazaro brings a lot of heart, hustle.
There you go, Jeff Lazaro already with a fan club.
Lazaro, not bad. On the faceoff, Thomas clears it out. The Bruins. Ken Hodge fires it right back in. Sarah Trying to start it back with Conroy. He drilled it, blocked by Skriko, bounces for Chicago, and over the line now, Lemieux. Lemieux trying to put it in front, checked by Galley. Around for Skriko, not outside. Kucera, check, kept it in, they say. And a shot here by Thomas. You can see why he's a goal scorer. Just missed the net with a wrist shot from well out. At center ice, Hodge with it. 1-0 Boston on a power play goal by Ray Bourque. Kucera chased by Skriko. Galley moves in. Able to contain it, it bounces in front, but Kucera able to take it. He's out of Czechoslovakia. Troy Murray trying to move, taken out of the play. And Don Sweeney in deep, checked by Graham. Worked free by Janney up on the left. The Bruins, Galley breaks it out and flips it down. Wide of Belfort, Doug Wilson winding up. A long clear, stopped by Raymond Bourque. Bourque for Christian, fed right back in. He's on with Neely and with Janney. Neely trying to forecheck, but Gilbert gets it for Chicago. The long clear out. Graham is taken off the play, and Bourque, marvelous job to get back, get that puck cleared to the side, but it is kept in now by Gilbert. Gilbert moves it for Troy Murray, trying to put it in front, put it behind the net, the back of the net, and Don Sweeney gets it out for Neely. Unload. Oh, he had plenty on that from a good 70 feet. Doug Wilson up the middle, all alone. In. Score! As firing at home is Steve Larmer.
Craig Janney dove in an attempt to keep that puck in the zone, and I think C.J. knew once the puck was by him, Larmer was off to the races. He doesn't miss often in this situation.
Larmer comes right off the bench. There you see him top of your screen. Yes, little curl, stayed on side. Now what he's going to do is fake low, go back upstairs over Reggie's left hand.
You're right, Turkle. Reggie read that too.
He read it right. He had, I got you down low right, and then he just changed his mind in midstream. Let Reggie believe he was going lower right and went upper left. Goal scorer, Steve Larmer. Over the years, tremendous hockey player.
8 years prior to this, he's averaged 37 goals. And you can see why. Off Bob Sweeney into the stand for the face-off call. Boston won, Chicago won. First period on Nesson.
There are those unique individuals born with a special spirit. Dedicated. Determined. The kind of people you want on your side when you're buying or selling a home. People who sell a house every minute of every day. The professionals of Century 21. Just tell us what you want. It's as good as done.
Here's Larmer. One of the better goal scorers in the last 10 years in this game. Right upstairs. Nice. A lot of people accused of not being a good skater, but he's a great hockey player. Right there, Cam Neely and Steve Larmer in the top 10. Brett Hull and Iserman, of course, leading the parade. 57 and 40. Those are nice numbers.
Kekalainen back in action, and he gets a shift at left wing. Bob Sweeney at center, and Shane Stevenson on the right wing. You need a program for the Boston Bruins these days.
Chicago is very healthy.
Goes Larmer all alone in front, robbed by Lemon. Back comes Kekalainen. Stevenson, his shot to save. Rebound, missed as Wesley fired this one and missed the net. Bruins with 2 chances there, but Larmer was stoned by Lemlin a moment ago. Chances at both ends. Boston 5 shots, Chicago 3. Nice work by Kekalainen and Stevenson. Puck rolls down to Lemlin. Steve Larmer almost wrapped home the second one within seconds of scoring the first. He was alone in front. Creighton coming back. A lead and breaking in for a backhander that's tipped wide. Steve Thomas. Wes Wall. Now to Peterson. Peterson fires. Saved by Belfort. Loose puck. Just knocked away from the onrushing Wall. Thomas wheels it around for Presley. Presley for Manson. Manson breaks with Creighton. Holding. Firing. Blocked. Walls has it. Now to Bourque. They started out. Ray Bourque. Can't move in. Gets it back down for Squeako up the middle. The shot. It is high as Wilson moved on him. And he was in pretty good position there. Steal at center ice by Janney. Gives it off to Bork. Bork over the line. Trying to make the play to Janney. Janney in traffic. Wheels. Slides it through for Christian. Christian check. Wide. Overskated it. And Manson gets it out. In the center ice. Troy Murray can't move with it. Knocked back for Manson. 1-1 the score. 12:34 left in the first period. And it could be more than 1-1. Great stop by Lemlin a moment ago on Larman. A hit by Neely. Belted to Sarah. Conroy to center ice. Clears it in. Teams with the two best records in the NHL. And they're playing beautifully. Here comes Janney with Christian. 2-on-2. Janney over the line. Looking for Don Sweeney. Is forced to center ice. Kental to Don Sweeney. Flipped in wide of Belfour and going for it. Neely. Neely checked by Cassera. Troy Murray in deep now, battling for it with Graham. Janney. Graham has it. Graham starts it out. In the center ice. Goulet to Troy Murray. Belted to the Boston end. Kental knocks it right out. Neely trying to get it. Battles still going on Cassera in deep. It is Larmer losing to Carter. Carter to Wesley. Tough angle. Can't set the play with Ken Hodge, who just came off the bench trying to move in. Kental knocks it away. 6 shots Boston, 3 Chicago. 11:24 left first period. 1-1. Bork and Larmer the goals. Carter clears in. Taking over is Manson. Carter, a good check at center ice. Stopped the play on Goulet. Backfoot Kental. This is heavy action by two good teams. A lead for Hodge, too wide. Belfour out. Able to clear it up. Can't connect with McKechnie. It rolls to Galley. Carter starting out. Handed it away here for Hudson. Hudson upended on a good hit by Galley. And it's cleared back. Townsend on. Can't get it. Lemieux comes back. Center ice, the clear in. Lemlin can't block it. Hudson goes to the corner. Lemieux there too. Bob Sweeney helping out. A battle to the right of Lemlin. Face-off called. Boston 1, Chicago 1. First period on Nesson.
Every time the Bruins win a normal season.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face.
The best a man can get.
Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream, for the best shave a man can get.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Well, if you're wondering what happened to Chris Chelios, well, you haven't seen him much since the start of the game. He took 20 stitches above the left temple and has not returned as yet.
He went in early in the period when Bob Sweeney was going wide, and he just kind of spun off Sweeney and rammed his head in the side of the glass and boards. Pretty good cut.
Galley trying to clear it out. Tenacious forechecking by Chicago. And the clear goes into the stands. 10:20 left here in the first period. It is 1-1. Ray Bork, a power play goal. At 5:19, Larmer tied it up on a breakaway on the feed from Doug Wilson.
Mike Keenan not really going to that fourth line much. Playing pretty well, his 8 or 9 best forwards. Really used 5 defensemen.
Creighton, the draw to Don Sweeney, though. Creighton was on the face-off. Christian battling, and Creighton jams it up. He's 6'5". Covers a lot of ice. And wheeling away, and a penalty called on Boston as Galley had to hold Thomas as Thomas put a backhander wide. Boston 1, Chicago 1. Back in a moment on Nesson.
When Bruins coach Mike Milbury went in search of a new car, he wanted something European, but affordable. He wanted something dependable. He wanted something extra. He wanted a Peugeot.
What I really wanted more than anything else was room enough for the whole team.
Right here. Galley's got his man. Now Thomas, great hockey player, pirouettes well. Kind of tripping.
The #1 power play in the National Hockey League. We're halfway through the first period, 1-1, and Chicago gets its first opportunity. Boston 1-for-1 in the power play. Ray Bourque scoring, but Larmer tied it up. Creighton on the faceoff has Roenick. We haven't seen much of Roenick. Bourque gets the puck, breaks it out, and clears it in wide. Manson and Kucera are back on defense. Manson trying to make the play. Larmer is out there with Creighton and Roenick. Bruins break it up. Lazaro at center ice, a breakup. Now Larmer starts back. He has scored the Hawk goal. Gets it to Creighton. Creighton broken up by Wesley and cleared by Lazaro. 1:25 left. Hawk power play. The Bruins right on top of the puck. This is playoff hockey. Marvelous first period here in a 1-1 game. Troy Murray now on. Fires in, takes a weird bounce in front. Diving after it, Lazaro, but is kept in by Wilson. A shot just missed the post to the left of Lennon. Kept in now by Larmer. He's checked on the boards. Manson pokes it in deep. Murray wraps it around looking for Roenick. Roenick has to chase it. He's checked by Bob Sweeney. And Bourque into the corner. Troy Murray belts down Bourque. Bourque gets back on Murray and gets it to Bob Sweeney for the clear. 46 seconds left on the Chicago power play. This pass to Troy Murray is offside and not a shot on, but Doug Wilson did not miss by much from the point.
It looked like Reggie was guessing that Wilson was going to his right again, Derek.
Yeah, Troy. The move with Mike Milbury. Got to be happy with the way the Bruins are skating. Obviously, he'd like some of the injured bodies back, but Chicago are as healthy, really, as they're going to be.
Blackhawks #1 power play currently in the NHL. See every team that comes in here.
Right here.
#1 spot.
Oh, you got Steve Larmer and Roenick. Now, those are nice numbers on the power play. Adam Creighton. Michel Goulet's been getting a few, too. So, I mean, you've got some experience out there. You've got some puck handling ability.
I mean, wasn't Pittsburgh #1 when they came in here Sunday?
Yeah, and then they went for a little bit of a slide. It doesn't take pretty much to move you.
Around the boards, Manson keeps it in. Intercepted by Ray Bourque, who is everywhere. He has a goal, and he breaks shorthanded. Over the line for a backhander wide of Belfort. You can see the intensity level of Raymond Bourque at right at 100%. At center ice, John Sweeney breaks it up for Carter, and he drives it in. 5 seconds left, and the Bruins have picked it up from Bourque and have played a marvelous first period here, but it's 1-1. Lemieux clears it in. The rebound off Lenlund for Don Sweeney. Dropped it in deep. Stop. Presley now trying to do it. And an injured Bruin player down on the ice in a little melee.
Sweeney's down.
Don Sweeney down. 7:56 left here in the first period. 1-1 the score. Jim Narragansett out to look at
Bond can tell. Defending Sweeney, both against Thomas and Lemieux. Don Sweeney not.
How many injuries can the Bruins compile?
Sustain? I don't know, but Don Sweeney not gingerly moving the legs.
Lemieux is out.
That's what's scary.
Charging could be. Did I see 5? A major penalty to Lemieux. Don Sweeney up and moving out. 1-1 the score in the first period on Nesson.
I stalk the wild gorilla, careful not to be noticed. He moves in and out of the light. But with 35mm one film from Polaroid, I can capture this majestic creature in low light, bright light, inside or out. With the same roll of one film, I can shoot under almost any conditions.
35mm one film, the simple choice from Polaroid.
Ah, the thrill of safari.
Next stop is the polar bear.
Wait!
Perfect example of 3 Blackhawks in on the forechecking assignment. Sweeney goes back against the grain and gets popped from behind by Lemieux. There's the 5-minute major on the left side of your screen. Here's a better look at it. He knows he's going to get hit, but he doesn't think he's going to get hit that hard.
He could separate a shoulder like that.
Oh, easy. Break a neck as well. Stefan Kuntal got in. Defended him quickly.
And Koharski deemed that an intent to injure. Gave him the 5-minute major, so the Bruins will have a constant power play. It's like a buffet. Score as many as you can in 5 minutes.
What you want to do is just get one.
Mike Keenan very upset, and he may...
He's going to give him another 2.
He's going to give him a warning.
He's going to Gronick.
He's
going to Gronick.
Tell the coach, if he doesn't shut his mouth, you're getting more. See, Koharski saying, go tell him.
Gronick's refusing to tell him.
Oh, boy.
If Jeremy doesn't really know if he's supposed to.
Yeah.
Because Koharski told me to do something. Am I supposed to do it? Yes, you are. Now, I'm warning you.
He's saying, don't show me up. Shut your mouth.
Don't tell your coach.
Wow. I haven't seen John Koharski or any referee for some time get that upset.
5-minute major against Chicago. At Boston on the power play, they have scored a power play goal by Ray Bourque. Bourque starting it out. Roenick right after him, though. Forces a pass up that Chicago's able to block. Get control. Conroy taps it up. Bruins trying to get started, and Conroy knocks it wide. Bourque back, and they use deep forecheckers. Larmer moving in.
They are. They're going to go in deep and force the Bruins defense to carry it out quickly.
Bourque clears it into the corner. Manson.
This is where you can get him.
Around, stopped by Bourque. Bourque for Janney to Neely into Squeako. Squeako for Janney. Back in for Squeako. Squeako for Janney again. Out of Squeako. Can't put it on net. Wesley tried to move tight. He was stick held by Larmer. They get away with that a lot. Off for Janney for Bourque. In for Squeako again. Cuts in. The shot blocked. Loose and cleared in front by Larmer.
What a shot Squeako took to the face.
Chicago playing very dirty, very chippy, very aggressive.
Bourque starts it away. In the center ice, Galley. The clearing. Around the boards, Murray able to tip it out. And breaking is Gilbert. Gilbert trying to break away. Clears it down to the Boston end. Chicago doing a marvelous job of penalty killing. And Ray Bourque starts it again from behind the net.
Ray Bourque's going to have to take a rest sooner or later.
Center ice, the clearing off the boards.
It's going to be sooner, like now.
Christian trying to keep it in. It's deflected by Hodge off a Hawk into the stands of the faceoff in the Chicago zone. 3:12 left on the major.
Petri Squeako walked out of the corner and then paid dearly for it.
Now this is the area where you're going to get it too. Kind of slip and slid pretty good though. Got in and said, I got to get out of here.
See you later.
Petri Squeako's no fool. And he had to get a good shot away, hit blocker, that's all. Belfort, Dave, it's down a lot more than I ever thought he would be. The 2.43 goals against. Credit that more to standing up. Patrick Roy goes down a lot, but he's mastered it.
Kental is on. And Galley playing the points. Hodge to center ice. Off of the left for Kekalainen. Kekalainen goes deep. Checked on the play though by Manson. Christian in to help out behind the net. Bruins, three of them there. Hodge trying to get it. Can't get the handle to it. Thomas is able to clear it. Boston with just one shot, that by Squeako. On this major being served by Lemieux. 1-1 the score, 5:30 left in the first period. Hodge is broken up by Conroy, gets it again and clears it in, but Manson has time.
Conroy was in good shape there. The Blackhawks have also got 12 short-handed goals, and they don't just sit on it. That's why they're as aggressive as they are.
2:20 left on the major penalty, and the Bruins not getting opportunities against Belfort. Kental starts it out now in the center ice. It is taken by Janney. Belton as he tried to move it over the line to Neely. The play offside and the face-off call.
Well, Ness's coverage of Hockey East continues next Friday night when the Providence College Friars invade Durham, New Hampshire to face off against the UNH Wildcats. It's stretch time for the playoffs in Hockey East, and you won't want to miss any of the action as both clubs look to strengthen their position going into the postseason. Bob Kurtz and Bob Norton will be on hand for the call. That's Hockey East, Providence versus New Hampshire. Next Friday night, live at 7 right here on Nessa.
Janney out there with Strico and Neely, Bork and Wesley in the faceoff just inside the Hawk line. The Bruins had marvelous momentum and were playing superbly till they got the power play this time.
That has happened before. The 5-minute major is a mindset that you really think, you know, you can get 2 or 3 goals, and it never seems to happen. Or you go out and play it aggressively for that one big shot and get it.
Rodick gets the draw, Conroy the clear. And now Larmer moves it to the Boston end. Rodick moving in on Wesley. Rodick and Larmer, the penalty killers. 1:49 left on the major. Ray Bork barrels over the line. It's broken up, though, by Larmer. And the puck is cleared by Conroy.
What the Hawks are doing is they're getting the 1-man in, 2-man in, and then one guy is getting back quickly. And then they're playing that third defenseman across the blue line, which is extremely difficult to beat.
Bork over the line this time. Checked along the line. Tucked in by Janney. Loses it to Manson in the corner. Dug out by Neely. Neely cuts in front. Back for Wesley. Wesley in deep. Janney out. Neely save. Oh, there was it. You want one good chance? Neely had it. Balfour made the save.
Cam is not at all pleased with himself there.
Now he got it flush. Balfour down. Watch this hit Balfour. Now Balfour does not, he'll get credit for the save all right, but this is desperation. He's just going to drop down, take it right off the chest. And if it goes anywhere on the left side of his body, it's in the net.
Or coming back short side.
Yeah, a little bit higher, it's in the net.
I think Cam was trying to beat him between the pads and got it up a little bit.
Boy, Balfour is getting a little lucky as well as good.
Well, to be number 1, you got to have both, I think.
This is true. Real good to be lucky, lucky to be good.
1:13 left on the power play. 8 shots Boston. They have only 2 on this major against Lemieux. 4:09 left first period. 1-1 the score. Back for Bork. Over for Wesley. Janney now in. Strico holding for Janney. Cross. Missed. Wesley missed the chance. Oh, marvelous chance there from Janney, right at the crease. In for Wesley, who stays in close. Strico gets it back for Janney. Janney trying to get it across, broken up by Creighton. Creighton carries, fires one on Lennon. 40 seconds left on the major penalty. Out comes Bork again. He has been a driving force. Drops it for Janney. Janney in for Bork. Behind the net. Flips it back. Left point. Wesley. Bork. Bork. In. Hodge. Janney score! Neely! Cam Neely, the power play goal to make it 2-1. Set up by Hodge and Janney.
And as was the case with the first power play goal, this one also represents a milestone. That's Craig Janney's 200th NHL point.
Dan Neely, boy, I'll tell you, you give him the same shot twice. He don't miss it the second time. He took a little more time with this one. He waits. Got Balfour, knows where he is. Nice, smooth wrist shot to the far side.
Cam hit the heart of the net on that first attempt, Derek. Yeah. He said, no way this time.
I'm going corner on you this time, kid. But there's Chicago. Conroy missed his man. So it's Kucera.
That's the way the power play.
Cannot leave Cam Neely in front of the net like that.
20 seconds left on the power play. The player to watch today, though, Raymond Bork. He is something else. And he made that hop. Galley a shot, a save by Balfour. Clears it off. 5 seconds left on the Hughes penalty. Don Sweeney gets it away to Galley. Good hit by Lazaro. He knocked down Graham. Bob Sweeney behind the net. Handed it to Graham. Graham goes to center ice now. Over the line. Check. The follow-up. And a penalty coming on Graham Townsend.
Now Shane Stevenson is going to get it ready. Number 49 and 48.
And now Dave Shea. NHL update.
All right, Fred, only one game going on right now. There's no score between New Jersey and Quebec. Everything else tonight, Calgary and Hartford. Down in Connecticut, the Rangers will be at the Forum. The Islanders will play in Toronto, Detroit at Minnesota, and Los Angeles at St. Louis. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser. I was watching Greg Gilbert. At first, he punched Don Sweeney in the mouth and then hit Carter on top of the head with his stick and got nothing.
Okay, there's Stevenson going, and they get he held his stick. Now, he was playing a stick originally, reaches around, grabs it, and then he falls down and he gets a penalty for it.
I suppose after a major, you're not going to get another call until the Blackhawks get
Right, you're not going to get many breaks. There's, a deserved major there. There wasn't a major that.
Well, you're not going to convince Lemieux and Keenan of that. But...
Oh, no.
Roenick on the face-off. 2:41 left in the period. The Boston goal by Neely is 34th from Janney and Bork. 16:41. Face-off out to the right of Reggie Lemlin. Boston 10 shots, Chicago 4. Wilson and Roenick keep it in for Larmer. Larmer coming off the corner. Blocked and cleared by Hodge. Looked like he was ready to line that up and drill it by Lemlin. Bruins with 2 power play goals, leading 2-1. This could be icing, but Goulet is there ahead of Bork. Just ahead of him, and Larmer gets it. Right back for Manson. Manson, a wrist shot, blocked by Bork. Goes out to Bob Sweeney. He's got time to work at the center ice and drop it in. And take a hit along the way from Roenick. Oh, he's checking Roenick's number. Hawks break it out. Larmer fires it over the line, into the corner. Don Sweeney trying to chop it out. Bob Sweeney can't clear it out. Checks it at the line, jams it up, falls down and ties it up nicely. Solid play by Bob Sweeney defensively.
Take it on the dot outside, Pat. He was under red.
Good hustle by Sweeney right there. You got Kucera, Roenick, and Larmer all over him. Chicago doing a lot of skating. Bruins skating stride for stride thus far. Jeremy Roenick, I don't think his performances in Boston Garden he's very happy with. There he is trying to hit. Now watch, this is interference. Watch Roenick hit Bork, who does not have the puck. And he went in to hit him all the time. Right from the other end of the building, from the blue line, and then Larmer curls and makes a shot on goal. That's not cricket.
A minute left on the Hawk power play. 2-1 Boston. Power play goals by Bork and Neely. Larmer on a long breakaway feed from Doug Wilson, scoring for Chicago. 1:30 left in the first period. Marvelous first period here. Presley fires it in. Around the boards. Galley can't knock it out. Carter going for it. Presley goes to the corner, takes a hit from Don Sweeney. Plenty of hitting in the corner. Adam Creighton trying to get it free. Works. Big, tall, rangy centerman. Moves it to Presley. Back for Kucera. Fire it back in. Presley with it. He's checked on the play. Creighton able to keep it in. Power play for Chicago. Trying to work it in front. But his backhander goes wide. 15 seconds left. Conroy able to keep it in. Now behind the net, stopped by Don Sweeney and drilled out. They missed Chelios on the power play.
Boy, do they ever. And what they are doing so effectively is they're picking Bruins off. Going to forecheck, going to pick people up. They're getting in the Bruins' way. They can't get to their people, their assignments.
Bork breaks it up at the Boston line. Boston at full strength. Peterson rushes. Peterson over the line with Neely. Moving in for a shot just wide. In front. Drive here, net dislodged, and that's nullified. Carter knocked it in. Boston 2, Chicago 1. Back in a moment on this.
Winter is winding down, and it's just about that time of year.
Ball is racked deep toward left field, and that is out of here for a home run for Tim Neary.
NESN brings you all the action as the Red Sox get into shape for the 91 season. March the 19th, NESN will kick off the first of 15 live exhibition games when the Red Sox tangle with the Detroit Tigers. NESN, your ticket to Red Sox baseball.
Here's Al Peterson with the puck on an end-to-end rush. There's blue line, red line, blue line. That's a long way for Al to carry it. Gets in, nearly splits the defense. Kucera moved over to take Neely. Recovered just in time. Nice rush by Al.
Hodge on the face-off. It's to the right of Balfour. 23 seconds left in the first period. The Bruins lead 2-1. Hanged around in the zone. Graham moves it up to Gilbert, and they break. Gilbert wraps it in. Peterson backcourt check. 10 seconds left. The Hawks put it in front. Blocked by Bork. Out for Lazaro. Off for Neely. 6 seconds left. Neely going wide. Trying to put it on. Blocked by Conroy. Deflected around, and that does it in the first period. 11 shots for Boston. 6 for Chicago. It is Boston 2 and Chicago 1. Intermission highlights in a moment.
Wild thing. It is a wild thing. Oh, come shout and sing, join in the ring. It could be queen or it could be king. You go your way and I'll go mine, as long as you just make it fine.
Good times roll with the clean, fresh taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up, never let you down.
Wild thing. Wild thing.
This is the Discover card, and this is $100 million. That's the cashback bonus earned by card members. But if you don't use this, you don't get any of this. It pays to Discover. Most credit cards total your charges and send you a bill. But once a year, the Discover card totals your charges and sends you something in return. It pays to Discover.
To the good life. To live the good life, you have to pay the price. The average new car costs over $15,000. But there's a motor oil that can protect your investment under extreme conditions when conventional oils won't. Mobil 1, isn't your car worth the extra protection?
To the good life.
Protect the environment. Take your used motor oil to an approved used oil collection center.
Boy, oh boy, will you take a look at this?
Way to go, Reg!
Let me see.
Hey, guys, look at what Reg has got.
And not bad, eh? It comes with a free 1990 Bruins highlight video featuring yours truly.
Yeah, I heard you can also win things. Like what?
Like game tickets and trips.
And you get a discount at the pro shop.
Now, take it easy, guys. You'll get to see it.
Hey, it's a real Bruins MasterCard?
Yeah, good anywhere in the world.
Okay, guys.
Give me
To apply, call 1-800-432-GOLD.
I want to see it.
Until I get some room.
Hey.
This is the fifth game of a six-game road trip for the Blackhawks. They won 2 and lost 2 in the previous 4, winning in Vancouver and Montreal and losing in Edmonton and Calgary. Before those 2 road losses, though, they had a 7-game unbeaten streak on the road with a record of 6-0-1. These 2 teams being among the original 6 in the National Hockey League, they have played, you can say, more than a few times in the past. Today's game is the 546th regular season game between the Bruins and the Blackhawks. The Bruins lead it 249-220. There have been 76 ties. Dave Shea at Boston Garden has Glenn Wesley with him. David?
All right, Tommy, I don't know where in that stretch of 546 Glenn Wesley started being cognizant of hockey, let alone following it, but now that you're part of it, it's nice to know you're still a Bruin. We were ready to interview you as an Edmonton Oiler the other day.
Well, it's, you know, it's something that got blown out of proportion, and a couple people probably blew things right out and mentioned names, and bingo, I was gone. You know, it's all a bunch of crap, and you can't worry about it.
It's a two-edged sword. Your name always seems to come up anytime somebody starts talking about the Bruins needing to make a deal for this or that. I suppose it's flattering to know that somebody wants you, but then again, I don't know how you feel about knowing that your own team might be talking about you.
Oh yeah, it's a part of the game, and when you sign that contract, you got to know that someday you could be traded. Nobody's untouchable as you look at Gretzky, who's the best player in the game, and you can't worry about those things. If you start worrying about those things, it's going to start to affect your game, and it's always going to affect you. So you just got to block that out of your mind and go out and play your game, and not worry about getting traded to, whoever is going to want to take you.
I find it hard to believe that the rumors start, Glenn, at a time when you're really coming into your own as one of the best defensemen in the Eastern Conference, in the Wales Conference. In fact, I think Mike Milbury feels that you might be third or fourth in the conference.
Well, it's very flattering of him to say that, and I have been playing my best hockey in the last couple of months, and I've gotten more confidence as the year has gone by, and I'm being put in certain key situations, and I'm starting to feel very comfortable, and it's taken me a while to adjust, and it's taken some time, and I feel that it's come around, and it's going to continue to go.
I remember when Gord Kluzak was drafted, Harrison and others said, got to give the kid time. It takes 3 or 4 years for a defenseman to really develop to his full potential in this league. Why do you feel that people aren't willing to give you that same amount of time, Glenn, to come into your own?
Well, it takes maturity, and you just can't step into this league and expect to have success, I think, as a defenseman. It takes time, and the players get better every year as they come out, and it's just one thing that you have to take your time to be able to play the game, and you have to make adjustments and learn things in your own end, and control guys from the corner and in front of the net. It's just those little things that you have to learn, and offensively things have picked up, and you got to follow the play up, and just look for holes to jump into, and that's been the key for me so far.
Well, I fear that because you play in the shadows of Ray Bourque, and Bobby Orr also played here, fans expect you to come along a little bit quicker than if you might be in some other town.
I think so. You look at Bobby Orr and Ray. They are in the same mold, and they've done so much, and when you look at Ray Bourque, he's won 3 Norris trophies, and he's probably going to be looking for his 4th coming up this year, and he's the best defenseman in the game, and I don't care who it is. There's no doubt that he can do anything he wants. He controls the game. He controls the tempo. He does everything, and that's one thing that I've learned in my 4 years that I have to do, and I got to continue to learn those things, and he's a great help to me.
Hey, thank you, Wes. Maybe a Norris in your future sometime. Thanks.
I hope so, Dave. Thank you.
Glenn Wesley, our guest. Tommy?
All right, David, Boston and Chicago into the first period from Boston Garden this afternoon. The score, the Bruins 2, the Blackhawks 1. Back with highlights and the Bobs when Bruins hockey continues on NESN. College basketball action is here on NESN. Nearing tournament time, and every point counts. They're taking it strong to the hole and going for the monster slam. If you like full-out, no-holds-barred hoop, then your New England Sports Network is the place to be. Tune in Sunday as Houston battles Rice at 3 o'clock. Stanford takes on Washington at 6 live on NESN.
The big hits are right here on NESN. Let your New England Sports Network be your ticket ringside to the hardest-hitting boxing action anywhere. Tune in Monday night, February the 11th at 10:30 for Fight Night from the Great Western Forum live on NESN. Catch the new wave of downhill sports thrills of the 1991 Professional Snowboarding Tour of America's Mount Bachelor Classic, Thursday night, February 14th at 7, right here on NESN.
Well, the Bruins facing the Chicago Blackhawks for the second time this season. There will be one more meeting between the two at Chicago Stadium, and it's toward the end of the Bruins road trip that starts tomorrow in Quebec City. And at the end of the first period this afternoon, the Bruins lead Chicago. The score is 2-1. Best in the business goaltending so far this year, Ed Belfour in goal for Chicago. Reggie Lemley again for the Bruins, who get an early power play chance, the result of a tripping call here against Chicago's Mike Hudson at 2:48 that puts Cam Neely down and ultimately results in a Boston power play by Ray Bourque.
Ray Bourque holds, fakes, gives it to Wesley, gets it back, fires, scores! Raymond Bourque from Glenn Wesley.
And Craig Janney with the other assist on the first goal of the game. Chicago got it back. Steve Larmer comes off the bench, takes an on-the-money pass for a breakaway goal that ties it Doug Wilson with that pass that sent him away. And the score, then a 5-minute major to Jocelyn Lemieux, upsets Mike Keenan to the point that Don Koharski tells him, knock it off or you're out of here. Cam Neely hits on a power play.
Janney in for Bourque. Behind the net. Flips it back. Left back. Wesley. Bourque. In. Hard. Janney scores!
Boston 2, Chicago 1 at the end of 1. Ray Bourque with his 13th goal of the season, 3:12 on a power play. Steve Larmer for Chicago on that breakaway at 5:19 to tie it. And then Cam Neely on another Boston power play score at 16:41 from Janney and Bourque. Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea have the call of the second period coming up in a couple of minutes. First, an update on Hockey East with the Bobs, Kurtz and Norton.
Well, Tom, the Hockey East playoffs are a little less than 3 weeks away, but Bob, it looked like a playoff game here tonight at Schneider Arena. Providence College really forechecked Maine. They won the hockey game 7-4.
Yeah, played a very soft kind of forecheck, a counterattack style, but it was extremely effective tonight. They had to hold on a little bit at the end, score a little bit deceptive. Maine tied it late, but Providence came up. Rob Gaudreau, a spectacular game for Providence. He and Mike Bobak, they teamed up on the last goal to put Providence ahead, breaking a 4-4 tie. A real good game for Providence, and a big win, giving up a leg up in the home ice advantage in Hockey East playoffs.
Yeah, pretty much looks like Boston College, Boston University, and Maine in some order will be the 1, 2, 3 teams as far as the home ice advantage goes. But there's still a struggle for the 4 spot. Providence, with the win over Maine, obviously puts a little bit of a lock on it, but they have a big game at UNH next Friday night.
You know, UNH and Providence have had great series over the last couple of years. I think they played more overtime games than anybody in college hockey over the last couple of years. The barn burner series down here last year where New Hampshire beat Providence, knocked them out of the playoffs. So we're expecting a great game at Snively Arena Friday night, and maybe those teams are going to lock up. It could be a playoff preview.
So we are looking forward to Lively Snively live at 7 o'clock on Friday night here on Nesson as Providence College goes against New Hampshire. Back to you, Tom.
At Boston Garden, at the end of the first period, the score, the Boston Bruins 2, the Chicago Blackhawks 1. I guess you've heard that the Rocket has signed for the summer. Quick look at that when Bruins hockey continues on Nesson.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the twin turbo Z and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, it was called the best as well. Now come the new Nissan Sentras and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. We started out making cars, we ended up making history.
Hey, did you stop using your medicated shampoo?
Not with my dandruff.
But your hair feels so nice. I didn't think your shampoo could do that.
Really?
Used to be, treating persistent dandruff could leave you with medicated hair. Introducing new intensive treatment. It helps protect your hair while it gives you the most effective medicine available without a prescription.
Honey, let's not talk about my dandruff problem, okay?
What problem?
New Head & Shoulders intensive treatment. Tough on dandruff without medicated hair.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream, for the best shave a man can get. Gillette, the best a man can get.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking.
In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents, a sublime palette of odoriferous emanations. After all, a true artiste should be remembered for his inspiration, not his perspiration. Right Guard Sports Stick. Anything less would be uncivilized.
We're getting close to the start of the second period at Boston Garden now. Time just for a quick baseball note. The signing yesterday of Red Sox pitcher Roger Clemens. The Sox shelled out $20 million to make Clemens the highest paid player in all of baseball. And there are options for a fifth year. The two-time Cy Young winner, one-time American League MVP, is here through 95 and with options for a fifth year. His Major League record is 116-51. And in 5 full Major League seasons, he has averaged 20 wins and 8 losses per year. 2-1 Bruins. Second period coming up from Boston Garden between the Bruins and the Chicago Blackhawks. We go back to Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
Okay, Tom, both teams out, ready to go. Period number 2. And the first period, a superb one for both clubs.
Well, Chicago certainly came in here with the intention of trying to get 2 points out. Playing hard, tough, finisher check hockey. Bruins going stride for stride. But maybe in their aggression, they've gone a little bit too far. And that second goal is an example. Here's Wesley alone at the point. He makes a play down low, but there's that forechecker. Now, he's a man short. Taking a run at the only point man was Wesley. Nobody gets back in time to cover up for Neely. And really, that's Neely and Hodge alone in front of the net in front of Belfour. Neely could have dished that back over to Hodge as well. So, I mean, you can't go running around the building with your like a chicken with your head cut off trying to hit people. There is a certain semblance to positional play. The Hawks got to pay attention to it in their enthusiasm.
That Neely goal, Janney and Hodge, the assist. Originally, they said Bork, but it was Hodge, as you saw in the replay. Peterson is on defense with Ray Bork, Lazaro, Hodge, and Neely. And Ray Bork, he's been everywhere here in the first period. Long shot in, tipped wide by Belfour, and deflected into the stands. And Ray Bork, sometimes he plays very well, and sometimes he plays. How do you go from very well to super?
I think, like Raymond says it best, I think it's the focus that some nights he comes to the rink. Every night he wants to play. Every night everybody wants to play. Some nights, don't know what it is, something you ate the day before, or how you slept, or your attitude, but you just seem to focus in on the puck. You focus on everything so much better. And when he's focused, he said it's scary how good he can be.
Well, he is focused. That's it. Back to Bork. Bork moves in deep. Goes to the corner behind the net. Cuts around in deep, trying to drop it in front. Blocked. But it is kept in. Wheeling. It is a backhanded by Skriko. Bork able to keep it in. He is everywhere. Checked in the play now. Broken out. And on the right side, Graham coming. The shot, the save by Lemlin. High drive. Graham gets it again in front. Hit wide to Gilbert. Gilbert fires. Misses. Had an open net with Lemlin down. Heavy pressure here, and Bork gets it free. And the Bruins, Skriko breaks it out with Lazaro. Looking for Lazaro over the line. Doesn't work. Peterson able to clear it back in from center ice. Oh, Gilbert had that net open. Here's Graham firing in. Backward Galley away from Roenick. Up the boards, and the Bruins break it out. In the center ice to clear in. Going for it. It is Stevenson. Back for Don Sweeney. A shot right on and a save. Rebound Goulet has Larmer. Broken up by Galley on the defense. Larmer looking for a breakthrough there. He had a breakaway for the lone goal. Lemlin covers up now. Breaks it to Galley. Galley around the boards. Checked in the play. But Don Sweeney starts it out on the pass from Stevenson to Carter. They've both been called up from the Maine Mariners. 4 new players from the Bruins from that game the other night. At center ice, Kental, fine block on Goulet. Now to Wesley. 2-1 Boston. Wesley is hit, able to clear it out. Kucera back, chased by Carter. The hustle that the Bruins need. The Hawks break it out. Possible 2-on-1. Goulet from behind, broken up by Neely.
Great sweep check there by Cam Neely. Great second effort.
2-1 Boston, second period on Nesson.
I realized something when I started Sullivan Tire many years ago. It wasn't enough to offer the best parts and tires. My customers expected more. They wanted to walk into a Sullivan Tire Family Car Care Center and be helped with personal family service.
At any of our locations, you will be treated with our family spirit, because that's what Sullivan Tire is all about.
The Goodyear Arriva, now on sale starting as low as $39.95.
Here's that old switch check right there. Cam Neely gets it around Goulet going, I can't believe he did that to me. Not used very often, but it's an extremely effective weapon.
Bruins with the extra effort, and they have to. Chicago still missing Chelios, and Brown did not dress. But that's all in injuries. The Bruins have a raft of them. Here's Janney moving on Belfour. Belfour behind the net, able to make it up for Manson, and tipped out. Knocked back over the line. Manson gets it into center ice, intercepted by Christian. Christian away from Presley, doesn't clear it. Kept in by Creighton, a centering pass, loose puck. With it, a shot here by Thomas and a save. Thomas without a helmet back in the center ice. Janney breaking, hits Kental. Kental a drive, deflected wide by Conroy. Kept in. Janney in front, tip, score! Neely tips it home, his second of the afternoon to make it 3-1 Boston.
Chicago Blackhawks are a little stunned at this. Bruins are skating them leg for leg, accepting the dirty checks and keep plugging away.
This is the first time in a long while, Kirk, that Mike Milbury has gone on a regular basis with Neely and Janney back together again. Obviously, he feels they're going to need as much offensive punch as possible today.
And I don't care if you get it from one line. Get it. But right here, Belfour fields it, but what a play by Janney to thread it to Neely.
Boston goal scored by
Belfour down again. There goes Belfour. He got the hook. In goes Millen. I tell you, what are you going to do with a coach? You've got a 2.43 goals against average. You've played in all but 4 or 5 games in the season.
That is awful.
And then he gives him the hook like that.
That is awful. That was not his fault. Any of the goals.
No.
And how do you like this? Millen has played 12 minutes of hockey this year.
I was going to say 13. Yeah, right.
Nothing like bringing out a sharp backup. I mean, Greg Millen's more than an adequate goaltender, but what the heck? You like to have at least been in the flow of the season.
Keenan is revolutionizing.
And Belfour just took his stick like a spear and fired it in the back of the glass.
It's a wonder he didn't fire it at the coach.
Oh, no, that would be the kiss of death. He'd be finished then.
I doubt it. I doubt it. They wouldn't go far without Belfour.
They'd bury you so far the Hockey News wouldn't find you.
Boston 3, Chicago 1, second period on Nesson.
Having trouble making a match?
My name is Earl. I'm looking for a girl.
Hi, I'm Roger. Greetings.
Try the lottery's draw, poker, and Quicksilver.
You'll be calling me Mr. Right.
So I wrote this song.
Because along with your best chance ever to win $100 to $200,
Didn't take me long.
you can also make 5 matches on a ticket.
I am your man.
My $65,000 5-speed convertible with...
Now that could be the best match in town.
Boom, boom.
Just fired his stick.
That picture tells the story.
Oh, he's still beside himself.
He is ripping.
He has carried the team to this point.
Now here's the goal. What a play by Craig Janney right there to Neely. All alone in front. You cannot leave a goal scorer like Cam Neely alone like that. Twice. This man right there, Ed Belfour, has done a magnificent job for the Blackhawks all year. The success of the team is because of him, really. Almost single-handedly. And that man right there wants to destroy any semblance of confidence that youngster has. I would say I would be upset if I were Belfour.
It's back to Ray Bourque. Boston leads 3-1.
Is it possible that Keenan's doing this to try to fire up his team, feeling they're not playing well?
Yeah, but you're embarrassing the goaltender.
Sure you are, Fred. I agree with that.
Well, I mean,
but we've seen
that's enough right there. Kekalainen breaking, moving in. Wheels it in front, Bob Sweeney, robbed by Millen. Oh, that was a big one for Boston there. Back comes Gilbert with Troy Murray. Broken up by Raymond Bourque. Bourque has the puck again, as he's had it most of the afternoon. trying to move it out. Stopped. Knocked back in. Offside is Gilbert. And the call. Bob Sweeney.
Well, Mike Keenan also, if Sweeney scores there, he'll put Belfort right back in.
Sure he will.
Well, he's done that many times.
I mean, we've seen plenty of coaches remove a goaltender for the purpose of jump-starting their club.
Thomas a little late getting to Sweeney. Bob just never got it up.
Greg Millen.
12 minutes this year. Not exactly. But I tell you what, he's
half a period.
He's 1,000%. He stopped all the shots. He's unscored on. How's that?
Cam Neely is second of the afternoon, is 35th of the year from Janney at 2:58 to make it 3-1 Boston. We're nearing the 4-minute mark of the second period. Squeako, forechecking on Manson. And Hodge, too, and a breakout. Jeremy Roenick. Roenick. A pass for Larmer. It's offside. It was a back pass. And that put the play offside.
Jeremy Roenick gave that up a little too early.
The other thing Keenan wants to show is he's in charge. I think that's it. He's the general manager of the team. And he has a great record in the league. No question about that. But a lot of players playing for him hate him. Hated him.
Playing in spite of him instead of for him?
Well,
you have to play.
First of all, it's not a popularity contest back behind the bench. If you're winning.
Back of the bench.
Back.
Ray Borg. Now for Wesley. Wesley breaks. Shot and a save. Millen hangs on. Millen played with Pittsburgh.
Who didn't he play with?
Yeah, Greg's been around. A few stickers on his suitcase.
Pittsburgh, Hartford, St. Louis, Quebec, and now Chicago.
And all season long, he's been rumored heading anywhere but the ice for Chicago. He's a good goaltender. Very good goaltender. Just can't find a home, that's all.
The Boston line, Hodge out there. Squeako on the right, Lazaro on the left. Change in the lineup for Mike Milbury, the coach of the year. 4 Bruins, new Bruins for this afternoon from the other night. Draw to Wesley. Wesley cuts away from Larmer. Oh, almost walked in. Conroy able to stop him, though. And the Hawks break it out. Drive here, scores right through the pads. Gilbert fired it through the pads of Reggie Lemlin, and that makes it 3-2.
That hurts. That was one I think Reggie felt he had cornered all the way, and it just broke in off his pad.
Just breaks away off the blocker, I believe. Unmolested. Left leg a little bit too high, too quick. Had it calmly, had a little more speed on it, would have been all right. It's all right.
There's going to be another one of those that knots your stomach up all afternoon till it's over.
It's the nature of the game.
Gilbert gets the goal to make it 3-2. Larmer, the assist. There's a goal and an assist. And Graham comes hard. Bruins trying to break it out. In front of the net, John Sweeney trying to move it out. It is kept in by Thomas with Troy Murray. Broken up by Neely. Neely trying to get away from Graham. Maneuvers. Able to clear it out, but couldn't set a play. And Manson hammers it back in. Neely, belt. As he was hit by Thomas, he belted Thomas down.
Thomas thought he was going to be able to hit
Galley, Christian over the line. Neely in front, can't set up Galley. Didn't quite work. Neely all the way across for Janney. Janney takes the hit, keeps the puck. In for Neely, can't get the shot on Millen. Millen clears it around. Bruins can't contain it. Janney with it. What a play he made. He got belted at the line and kept possession. Boston leads 3-2. Wark with 2 goals by Neely. Kental with it. Cleared up in the center ice. Play is broken up by McGill and fed back in. Kental Trying to get away from Creighton. Around the boards. At the line, McGill able to keep it in. But Creighton moves it across and trips his Presley as he was trying to cut across in front. A penalty on Boston.
I just hope he doesn't call it a penalty shot. That's what it is, a penalty shot. I can't believe it. I knew he was going to do it the second he cut across. He's going to give him a penalty shot. They're throwing his stick. Reggie's shaking his head, no, I did not throw it. Let's see what he did here. Once he cuts across, Reggie's got it out. Yes, he did. Right there.
No question. No question. Well, Reggie figured it was his only chance. He was dead if he didn't anyway.
And it's Presley. That's a break. He's not a scorer.
Well, I think so far this year there's like 11 penalty shots. Or more than that, 14, and only 6 have been successful.
Well, Presley will go to Larmer.
Presley has 9 goals.
What did you do on your breakaway?
If Presley scores, the game is tied. And Mike Keenan looks like a genius. Changing the goaltender and getting a Gilbert goal. And now Presley in a bid against Lemlin.
A 2 big save by Greg Millen.
Huge one on Sweeney.
They pull goaltenders all the time, and he wanted a momentum change and got it. He didn't need anything personal.
This is the 16th penalty shot this year in the NHL.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Only 6 have been successful.
There it is. He scored. Presley on a penalty shot tied the game at 3.
Reggie had him played perfectly, too. What he did is he found the hole between his legs. Didn't look for anything else.
And Chicago has tied the game. 12 shots, they have 3 goals.
Reggie's waiting. Watch that hole between the legs. Oh, is he lucky? Whoa, not much left. Just snuck through. That's exactly where he intended to go with it. Just makes it through.
Well, there's no
Reggie
doubt
can't
about it.
believe it.
Not only have the Blackhawks tied the game up, they have certainly wrestled the momentum away from Boston, and they are now a charged group. You see that bench explode when he scored?
Yeah.
Now the Bruins have to do their best to wrestle that momentum away and take charge of the game again. They were doing a good job until the goaltending changed.
At 4:20, Gilbert from Larmer. At 6:03, a penalty shot, Presley. And suddenly it is 3-3. John Carter trying to move over the line. A heavy hit by Peterson as he belted down Graham. Teixeira is hit hard by Stevenson. And the puck is out to center ice. Manson with it for Graham. Graham over the line back for Manson. Puts it in front, knocked away by Lemlin. Bob Sweeney trying to come out. Graham forechecking. The Hawks move those forecheckers right in. Teixeira wraps it in wide of Lemlin. Winding up Bob Sweeney. Off for Stevenson. He just clears it.
Good play there by Stevenson.
Back is McGill. A long lead pass, and Larmer trying to collect it. Checked by Galley. Ronick. Galley. Clearing up, but not out. Kept in by Conroy. Now a break for Boston. Possible hit. And Carter collides with Hodge, nullifying a 2-on-1. Moving in, stealing. Skriko into the corner. In front. Saved by Millen. Blocked in front. Rolls out. And the Bruins press to keep it in. The Hawks break it out, but Warner can't hang on to it. And now it's deflected into the stands and a face-off call. Boston 3, Chicago 3, second period on Nesson.
Before I bought my first new car, I got my dad's advice. And he said, did you check the resale values? Well, in less than a year, 2 of the lowest priced cars lost between $600 and $1,000 in value. Toyota Tercel, only $13. And when I saw the price, I bought it. My dad said, smart girl. He's always right.
See your New England Toyota dealer today for Toyota value. It's the best deal going.
20, 30 stitches. Right here, are they onside or not? That's what Hodge and Carter are both trying to figure out. What Carter wanted was Hodge to go to his right, and he was going to slip up a soft pass. Hodge decided to cut behind him. They wiped each other out.
John felt he had to hold up or he would have been offside.
I think John thought he was offside, so he had to make just a soft shovel pass, get onside, and I could spring Hodge loose, which was the right thing to do.
The Blackhawks have 7 shots in this period and 2 goals. The Bruins with 6 shots. They have the goal by Neely that made it 3-1, his second of the afternoon. Millen then replaced Belfour, and the Hawks got 2 scores to tie it. Bruins break it out. Don Sweeney trying to set a play. Blocked. Right back comes Presley. Presley over the line. Shot here and a save by Lindland from the left side. Mazzaro able to clear it out. A good scoring bid that time by Lemieux. Back in the Boston end. Lemieux checking the play. Don Sweeney trying to clear it out. Stopped by Manson. Gloves it ahead. Presley with it. Presley wheeling in the zone. Now for Creighton. Behind the net. Lemieux trying to put it in front. Creighton trying to check it. Lemieux, or rather Lemlin blocked that, but Creighton keeps it in. Hodge pinning him.
Good poke check by Lemlin.
Hodge, Creighton. Creighton using his reach. Height. And now it rolls near Lemlin. He ties it up.
Adam Creighton, the Buffalo Sabres, may have given up on him a little bit too quickly.
I don't think it was that they were giving up on him. They knew what they were getting in Vive. Hopefully that pure goal scorer. Vive's kind of cooled off. Adam Creighton brings an awful lot because he's strong, he's tough, and he's a centerman. He can move the puck well. Right here, Lemieux unloads one at Reggie. No flat-footed letting those rebounds. You can't let Presley take out your goaltenders like that, boys. Reggie looking for a penalty.
That's the Boston Bruins. And the face-off coming up to the right of Lemlin. 11:42 left in the second period. Boston goals by Bork, Neely, and Neely again. The first 2 on power plays. And Chicago coming back with 2 scores here by Gilbert and Presley after Larmer scored in the first period. Murray, Thomas, and Graham. Line for Chicago. The draw to Wesley. Looking for Janney. Manson able to keep it in, losing to Bork. Bork starts it out. On the right for Neely. Neely over the line with Janney trailing. Neely moves in for a shot and a save by Millen. Kept in by Wesley. Shot picked off by Millen. He hangs on. Boston 3, Chicago 3 in the second period at the Garden on Nesson.
What do you think? Here's a better idea.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle.
No wonder nobody ever comes back.
Yes, indeed, so good.
Face off in the Hawk zone to the right of Millen. Bruins with 2 shots there. The first one, Neely's, was the best scoring bid. Janney has Christian and Neely. Bork and Peterson. Back for Bork. Fires wide. Rebound. Peterson able to keep it in at the right point. Millen trying to chop it away. Centering pass. Janney intercepted by Murray. Murray. Stopped by Bork on the long pass for Janney. Peterson with it now to Ray Bork. Bork up the middle for Janney. Janney breaking with Neely. Over the line. They back off him. They give it to Peterson. Peterson a shot. Blocked. Knocked away for Graham. He's checked. And it's cleared away. Backward, Raymond Bork covering for the Bruins. Can't set up Christian. Christian gets it now. Broken up by the back checking of Roenick. And away comes Thomas. Roenick back for Thomas. Has to chase it to the corner. Hit by Peterson. Roenick on Peterson. Peterson occupying 2 Hawks. Thomas checked by Bork, who's still out there on the long shift. The pass is intercepted by Christian, cleared out. 3-3 to score. We're in the second period. And kept in now for Roenick. For Larmer. Larmer cutting, shooting, save. And the Bruins. Janney trying to come out. Janney center ice. Picking up. Kekalainen. Stick handles true. Shoots and it's wide. Oh, what a rush by Janney. Right through the defense. Out there on a long shift, too. Back comes Don Sweeney. Firing wide of Millen. Conroy there. Moving in is Townsend. Whistle here. Net off its moorings.
Janney's shot looked like it broke off a blocker of Millen and tipped the far post.
I think he missed the net, but I tell you what he tried to do was just kind of cut it. Right, he just get a little bit. That was on the money. I didn't think Greg could hit that angle from there. What a nice shot that was.
Sure was. Boy, and as Fred mentioned, at the end of that long shift, too, he still had enough energy to pull off some dipsy-do.
Well, it's something about having the puck on your stick going offensively.
That gives you a jolt of energy?
Oh, a ton of energy. It's the back checking that the legs get heavy. Things get tough. But when you got the puck, you're excited. You go another 2-3 minutes. Losing the puck that makes things tough.
Galley drives it in. The line is Bob Sweeney, Townsend, Kekalainen. You need a program for the Bruins these days. Indeed, Kekalainen trying to drop it in front. Forced to the corner. Kept on the play. Goulet is hit by Townsend. Pin. Conroy there. And Townsend gets the face-off. Boston 3, Chicago 3 on Nesson. Second period.
To the good life.
To live the good life, you have to pay the price. The average new car costs over $15,000. But there's a motor oil that can protect your investment under extreme conditions when conventional oils won't. Mobil 1, isn't your car worth the extra protection?
To the good life.
Protect the environment. Take your used motor oil to an approved used oil collection center.
This copyrighted program is brought to you under pay cable TV rights granted by the Boston Bruins solely for the entertainment of our viewing audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the accounts and descriptions of this game without the written consent of the New England Sports Network and the Boston Bruins is prohibited.
Bob Sweeney on the faceoff. Draws it back for Kentel. A shot, a save, and the rebound. Kekalainen can't get it. But it's kept in by Bob Sweeney. Wheels in the zone. Back for Wesley. Wesley, a screen shot blocked. And the Hawks break it out. Creighton picking up Lemieux. Wesley hits and dumps Creighton on the boards. Lemieux coming over, barreling in. Creighton barreling in.
Creighton's gone.
They stay out of it. They're all right. Creighton's gone.
Bruins got a power play coming.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
What a shot Wesley put on Creighton, and Adams said, hey, I don't have to take that.
Adams going, I can't believe he got back on me to hit me that hard.
Boston 3, Chicago 3. Second period on Nesson.
The leading edge in aerodynamic engineering has now arrived. Aerofoil is the first wiper blade engineered for performance driving. Higher speeds can cause your wiper blades to lose direct contact with the windshield. But Aerofoil's wind channel ports, aerodynamically engineered like an airplane wing, create the downward force needed to counteract wind liftoff and maintain the ideal rain sweeping pressure. For maximum wet weather visibility when you need it the most. Aerofoil, the leading edge in wiper technology.
Here's Creighton, thinks he's got Wesley beat, but he doesn't. That knocks him down there. He's on the rear end. He's embarrassed. Now there's the elbow and the punch. Mike Keenan's got these Blackhawks playing very emotional. He's got them playing with a lot of energy, not with very much discipline or poise. They tend to get the cheap shot in there and retaliate.
Oh, you've been all over Mike today.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
I think he's a great coach myself. He just does things that are unorthodox.
Wesley starts it out. Power play for Boston. They're 2 for 2. Janney over the line, and he lost control of it. And the Hawks are able to control. Really checking the play, breaks up Larmer, and starts it back with Ray Bork. Bork has a power play goal. Neely has a power play goal. Wesley for Janney. Beautiful pass. Flipped all the way across. Manson breaks it up, can't clear it. Wesley gets it to Neely. Back for Wesley. In for Janney. Janney for Wesley. All the way back to Bork. Pass in the corner for Hodge. He missed it. And Larmer clears it. 1:15 left on the Boston power play. Boston goals by Bourque, 2 by Neely. Larmer, Gilbert, Presley for Chicago. Janney over the line, trying to flip it through, and it's blocked by Murray and cleared out. Gilbert moving on Bourque, but Bourque has it. Up the middle, checked by Murray. Hodge now to Wesley. Wesley fires in. Millen leaves it for Doug Wilson. Hasn't played that much. Amazing it. Back goes Janney. Gilbert after him. Janney cuts away. Drops it off on the left for Squeako. Janney. Now for Bourque. Janney took a stick. Lost his stick. Chicago trying to move. Janney playing without a stick.
I don't know. Kevin Collins saw it. High stick.
And the power play just about up. Ray Bourque, center ice. Gets it for Kekalainen over the line. Drops it off on the left. Fired in by Squeako, but wide. Power play is up. 7 minutes left in the second period. 3-3. Creighton trying to come out. Gets it up for Larmer. Larmer ices it. Back goes Gallup. And 6:52 left in the second period. 3-3.
Oops, sorry, Fred. Now you can remember the days of Orr, Esposito, and the Stanley Cup by ordering the Boston Bruins Alumni Championship Team poster. This poster remembers the 1970 Stanley Cup team and their 20th year reunion and can be ordered by mail through the Boston Bruins Alumni office at 150 Causeway Street here in Boston. 02114. $5 will cover the cost of the poster, and all the proceeds will benefit the Boston Bruins Alumni Association.
Cheap at twice the price. Johnny Busick, if you can't remember all that, send the check to Johnny Busick. He'll get it to you.
Here's the stick that Janney took up high.
The face-off to the left of Greg Miller. Bob Sweeney on the draw. Into the corner. Bob Sweeney trying to make the play in front. And the Bruins get it. Carter set it up for Don Sweeney, and his shot is blocked by Millen. Bruins fight to keep it in on the boards. Going for it, Christian. Christian behind the net. Bumped down by Wilson. And the Hawks move it up for Conroy. He drives it in. Lemlin can't block it. Demieux puts it back for Wilson. Shot deflected wide of Lemlin. A real test there. And Wilson drives one now, blocked by Lemlin as he moves down. Presley able to keep the rebound in. Now it's worked out by Don Sweeney. Can't set up Carter. Wilson back, fell down. Carter can't get control though. And the Hawks cover. Move it out on the right. Roenick. Roenick broken up. Puck kept in by Gilbert. He's knocked down by Peterson. Heavily on Peterson.
No.
Play. A holding call on Alan Peterson and a power play for Chicago. Total shots of 22 for Boston, so they have 11 in the second period. And for the Hawks, they have 10.
Mike Milbury is incensed.
Well, here's the alleged hold. Guilty as soon as you take that hand off. Good poke check by Peterson. He knows it too. He really never did anything with the left hand, but it was off the stick. He had already done the job with the poke check. It's unfortunate. He had that arm out there for safety measure.
Well, now Don Koharski has both coaches upset with him.
Yeah. Well, that is usually the
course
course of
spread it out, right?
Well, the officials never really get much acclaim. Don Koharski calls his certainly as he sees it.
Annually, he's one of the top, if not the top, rated officials in the league.
Yeah. Twice on 2 occasions while the ebb and flow of the play was going on, Kevin Collins saw 2 stick infractions that he chose to let go.
And with all this delay, Ray Bourque able to rest, regroup, and stay out there. Bob Sweeney and Lazaro. Chicago 0 for 2 in power plays. Wesley takes all day getting a new stick. And it's amazing how much time you can kill. You don't have to call a timeout.
Just go over there and break your stick.
Just stall.
One time Esposito said to me, right, Derek, go break your stick is broken. A lot of the guys lean on a stick and break them. I tried, couldn't break it.
Couldn't even fake it?
No, couldn't break my stick, so I finally had to step on. I got 2-minute minor for breaking a stick delay game.
Roenick out there. Puck down. Presley back for Wilson, for Manson. Shot blocked by Lazaro, kept in by Manson. Presley behind the net. Bork is there. Now it's off for Larmer in the corner. He's the third man on the forward line in the power play. Wesley breaks it up. Gives it to Bob Sweeney. Long shot. A save by Millen. That's to his glove hand. 3-3 the score. Chicago, their third power play. Roenick hammers it in. Rebound. Bork trying to clear it. It deflects off a Hawk outside the line. The face-off because it went off a Chicago player.
There's Jeremy Roenick.
Could be the finest American player ever before he's through.
Yes, very, very easily, Dave. Unfortunately, fortunately, he does not have to play a lot of his games at Boston Garden. Not his hot spot. He does not play well here as a rule. He knows he's good. I watch him on television, and he's in Chicago or anywhere else, just lights out 4-3, 4-5 points.
1:25 left. Doug Wilson. Over the line. Manson wraps it in. Around the board. Bork checking Roenick. Look him up, but Wilson able to keep it in. For the Hawks. Presley broken up. Goes to Larmer. Larmer drops it back. Wilson, left point. Shot. Blocked in front by Raymond Bork. What a hockey game he is playing. Focus. A minute left on the power play. Don Sweeney and Galley are on defense. Christian breaks it up, clears it.
Jeff Lazaro made all that happen with a nice little heads-up move.
He's trying to move in, and he's checked on the play by McKegney. Creighton gets it over the line. Bob Sweeney trying to clear it out, blocked. Shot here, deflected wide. On the other side, McKegney and Galley go for it. Creighton, left point. Wilson, right point. Manson, off the side of the net, blocked anyway by Lemlin. Kept in by Chicago in a power play. Up the boards, Bob Sweeney gets it. 2-on-1, Don Sweeney and Lazaro. Score! Don Sweeney shorthanded. 4-3 Boston.
Greg Millen, and an excellent example of an angle goaltender. All right, I've made my choice. You, the shooter, hit what you're aiming at. Don Sweeney's felt it, and now Millen doesn't move a muscle. He just blows this right by him, boom. By that time, it's a done deal. Donnie straightens up a little, takes a look at what he wants. What a nice shot.
Boy, that was a bullet. I don't think he ever thought pass.
No, that didn't look like it.
It looked like the D had taken Lazaro away anyway, that it was going to be strictly a one-on-one. Sweeney on Millen, and Sweeney wins it.
14 seconds left on the power play. Raymond Bork still out there. Around the boards. Manson able to keep it in. Now for Graham from Manson. Screen shot. Blocked wide by Bork and Lemlin. On the boards, it is Janney getting it out. To Neely. Full strength Boston for Janney. Janney comes. Play offside. And after the whistle, Manson gives him a bump. That's frustration by Chicago, and a little annoying. Don Sweeney to score to make it 4-3. Boston, second period on Nesson.
Your college basketball action is here on Nesson. Nearing tournament time, and every point counts. They're taking it strong to the hole. And going for the monster slam. If you like full-out, no-holds-barred hoop, then your New England Sports Network is the place to be. Tune in Sunday as Houston battles Rice at 3 o'clock. Stanford takes on Washington at 6 live on Nesson.
Boy, this There's pretty close. There's Manson, and he just gave him a stick, and then he goes and gives him the extra ego trip shove. And then Janny pops him back, which he did not expect. Big Janny's knocked a couple of Hawks around today.
Jarmo Kekalainen, a surprise starter.
Playing well, too.
It's at left wing. Long shot in by Bork. Tossed off from Manson. Manson hit by Kekalainen. Behind the net. Neely in. Knocked down or fell down. And Murray trying to come out. Checked by Janny. Bruins forecheck. And 3:25 left. The Hawks trying to come out. Kekalainen back checks. Breaks it up.
Manson doesn't have a stick.
Janny over the line for Peterson. Shot the save. Millen. Oh, and Neely is hit by Manson as he cut in front, looking for a rebound.
Tim saying, what was that, Don? What do you call that? The guy has a screw loose, Don. Why don't you blow the whistle?
Manson's bleeding pretty good.
Yeah, I think he got cut down at the other end, Kirk.
He got cut earlier on this play. This isn't the play that happens, but he goes for the punch.
Is that not a punch? Is that not roughing?
It's a punch. Koharski saw it.
Ask your linesman, Don.
Neely saw it.
Well, they don't call Dave Manson Charlie for nothing. Now, is Cam bleeding from the mouth? Yes, he is. Peluso, Manson, McGill, Chelios, Grimson, the 100 Club.
They've got and two guys kind of scratching at it in the mid-90s. Chicago, a highly penalized team.
Well, Manson's like a bull when he sees red, especially if it's his own blood.
Well, I think he got clipped earlier in the play. He lost a stick in front of the net. Puck went outside the Chicago blue line. He was going to the bench at that time because he was bleeding over there. Then Janny turned around and came back the other way with Peterson and Neely. He had no stick. He'd lost that in the corner. See, they're behind the net earlier. Right here, Cam Neely goes in. Possibly an elbow. Biff right there.
No, it was, too.
A legitimate Major League elbow.
Yep.
And I think maybe Koharski saw that. Saw the other punch.
Let them both go.
Let the law of the West kind of prevail.
While you're looking at Cam Neely, he has 2 goals, 1 a power play. Ray Bork has a goal, and you go back to Harry Sinden and the new contracts he wrote for both with big money in evidence. And in the NHL, they got big money, but is it ever paying off today and throughout the year?
It is.
Yes, they've played extremely well, both of them.
You're talking about getting cash back on the dollar, huh?
Yeah. 2 character people. That's why you can afford to pay somebody with strong character money.
On the faceoff, Christian comes off, gives it to Bork. Bork fires and just misses to the left of the net. And Millen. 3 minutes left, second period. 4-3 Boston. The lead on a shorthanded goal by Don Sweeney. Wesley hit, checked by Roenick, not hit, but checked by him in the corner. And a battle for it there. Bork in front of the net. It's back to Conroy. Conroy broken up. Goes to Lazaro. Lazaro coming on Casera. Goes deep. Trying to make the play. Taken to the backboards. Roenick there. Bruins dig it free. Christian trying to put it in front. But Bork had cut the other way. The puck cleared out by Conroy. Wesley and Bork control. How much time are they playing in this game? 4-3 Boston, second period. A marvelous showing by the Boston Bruins with 4 new players in the lineup from the lineup against Calgary on Thursday. Creighton back for Presley. Presley trying to put it in front. Goes to the corner. Behind the net. Creighton able to whip it in front and down. The block it is Lemlin. As Creighton with that big reach came right out in front.
All he did too is he got the hands in front. Reggie went down, took it off a skate. I think it's going to hit a skate and kind of go right back to Reggie, maybe even hit Lemieux. Right there, it hits the screw instead of going in. It went off Neely's skate right to Reggie, redirected by Cam back to his teammate.
For Boston, 2 goals by Neely, 1 a power play. Ray Bourque, Don Sweeney short-handed, breaking a 3-3 tie. Larmer, Gilbert, Presley, a penalty shot for Chicago. 4-3 the Bruins, 2:01 left, second period. Boston 15 shots in the second period, 12 for Chicago. Boston leading in shots 26-18. Creighton on the faceoff. Hodge to the right of Lemon. Kept in by Presley. Presley cutting, puts it in front. Goes over on the boards. Lemieux shooting it in. Presley takes down a man. They let it go. His shot is blocked by Lemlin. And is kept in by Manson. Manson going behind the net. Puts it in front, blocked by Hodge. And cleared away by Don Sweeney. Keekalainen forechecking. Forces the play, and Don Sweeney is able to knock it back in deeper. Keekalainen, going concern. It's out of Finland, Clarkson College. Started after a long injury. There's Presley. He's been going too. But he's checked, and back comes Janney. Janney cuts away from the forechecking of Thomas. Over the line. Going, holding. Gives it for Bourque. Shot, save, and the rebound is too deep for the Bruins. Keekalainen. Out comes Conroy. Checked by Bourque. Broken up by Bourque. Loose puck. Picked up by Murray. Blocked by Lemlin. Great stop on Murray by Reggie Lemlin. 56 seconds left. Murray coming back. Bourque checks him. How much time is Bourque playing? Lemlin getting the loose puck, trying to clear it out. Bruins want to change, but now they break. Here's a lead. Janney, Neely. Janney wheels away. Drops it for Bourque. Bourque a shot. Score! Neely on the ice. Neely from Bourque and Janney to make it 5-3.
7th career hat trick for Cam Neely. What a play by Craig Janney. Follow up by Ray Bourque, and Cam Neely never quits. Goes to the puck, stays with it, and tips it. But Greg Millen gets to see. Janney curls at the blue line. He goes, what's he doing that for? Now Neely, there's Wilson, arms around his waist, hauls him down. Cam doesn't quit, tips it home. What a play by Janney to Bourque. Bourque just waiting, gonna just get it through to Neely. There's the tip. Hat trick.
Craig Janney, he holds, waits, moves, and he waited for Bourque, and Bourque drilled it, and Neely scored the hat trick.
That's 4 assists for Craig Janney on the day. And this is, the Blackhawks are playing extremely well. They are hitting, finishing their checks, skating hard, and they are uninjured. This is the depth that they have.
Well, Chelios is out.
Chelios, and they're going to miss Chelios.
And Brown is out.
No, Brown is nothing compared to Chelios. I mean, Chelios means something.
Well, those are the only 2 injuries, and the Bruins have a list that would fill a nearby hospital, with Burridge the most recent.
What I'm bringing that point up for, here's Charlie collecting the hats. The Bull gang will have a few more to wear. What I'm saying about the injuries is that the heart of the Bruins and the heart of the guys that they brought up from Maine is evident. The pride is there. They came to work, they came to play, and they played it tough. That man right there got him 3 goals, which is a big boost.
Well, to see the play of Neely, there are others, but to point out Bourque and Neely in particular, it has just lifted every... How about Keekalainen? He looks like he's been playing all season long, a solid left winger.
A great player, Jarmo Keekalainen. Unfortunate with that groin injury, pulled into the stomach, kept him out a year, and then he comes back and bang, breaks a clavicle, breaks his collarbone. So, he was itching to get back in the lineup, and he had a job here. He wasn't going back down. He was playing too well, and now he's working hard today. Jeff Lazaro.
Second time in the game, the Bruins with a 2-goal lead. Boston 5, Chicago 3. 36 seconds left in the period. Raymond Bourque stays up. Bob Sweeney clears it in. Back Britt Manson. Bruins score in the final minute of the second period. Wesley at center ice. Bob Sweeney was upended. Wesley hammers it in. Ricochets all the way back to Raymond Bourque. Flips it back in. 12 seconds left in the period. This is icing on Chicago. 1 second left. That'll do it in the period. And what are the options for Mike Keenan in goaltending?
Well, I'll tell you, Don Sweeney's goal, short-handed, was a big lift to the Bruins. I thought I would see, the Belfour switch then, but who knows what's behind Mike Keenan's mind. Mike Milbury is happy with the way his club's played first 40 minutes.
Coach of the year, hands down, Mike Milbury, with getting the team back from the other night when they didn't play well, and then 4 new players.
Very difficult to come off the, that emotional win on Edmonton and come against Calgary, and you've got all those injuries, and you figure, well, we've been playing awful well lately. Let's see if we can steal one, and the guys come out a little flat. They certainly have showed up today.
Neely will try right for the net, and it's blocked, and that's it. But the Bruins, after the game was tied on the Presley penalty shot, come back for a 2-goal lead. A hat trick by Cam Neely, Don Sweeney shorthanded, Boston 5, and Chicago 3. Intermission highlights in a moment.
Today's game is being brought to you in part by Right Guard Sports Stick from Gillette. Anything less would be uncivilized. And by the Discover card. It pays to discover, the card that pays you back. And by Nissan, building cars for people who want more than just a means of getting from here to there. Nissan, built for the human race.
Now a nice moment on ice, brought to you by Nice Sore Throat Lozenges. Many consider Wayne Gretzky to be the athlete of the 80s. A mixture of speed, skill, and grace, Wayne's assault on the record book has been unrelenting. In 1989, in just his 11th NHL season, the great one became the greatest as he passed Gordie Howe's point total to become the NHL's all-time leading scorer. For Wayne Gretzky, it was truly a nice moment on ice.
You must sing tonight.
I cannot sing. He's coughing a sore throat.
Take Nice. Sugar-free Nice showers your throat with medicine for icy, cool relief.
Ah, cool. Feels better.
Put your throat on ice with Nice.
Nothing beats it.
Nothing beats it.
The one and only.
Nothing beats it.
The clean, the crisp, the cold. The king of beers.
Nothing beats a Bud. Nothing beats the king of beers. Nothing beats a Budweiser. Nothing beats a Bud.
Okay, guys, I'll write it down for you. Card holders get the 1990 Bruins highlight video, plus discounts, contests, and giveaways. The fans are gonna love these Bruins MasterCards. And did I mention the Pro Shop discounts, huh? I told you it's good in 8 million locations, right? I thought so.
To apply, call 1-800-432-GOAL.
Bobby, you won't forget to call 1-800-432-GOAL. What a guy, what a guy.
5-3 Bruins at the end of 2 periods. The Bruins go on the road after the game this afternoon, 5 in a row. First Quebec, and then Montreal, Los Angeles, Chicago, and St. Louis. There are no automatic 2 points in any of those. Andy Moog is Dave Shea's guest down at Boston Garden. David?
Well, good news and bad news. Good news, we get to talk to Andy, but you know when it's during the game, it's bad news. It means he's still out of uniform. How soon, do you think?
Oh, I was skating with my equipment on today, skating only, and it felt much better today. And if the progress continues, I think, 3-4 days, I'll be looking at taking some shots.
The way the goaltenders are taking shots out there, maybe it's better you're in street clothes.
I feel pretty comfortable watching this one. It's quite a game. I think it's still up for grabs, even though there's a 2-goal lead, because Chicago's going to come out with a great effort in the third. So I think the Bruins still have to be on their toes right now.
You have been lifted during the course of a game. Every goaltender that plays in this league sooner or later is pulled during the course of the game. We all thought that Belfour got the hook a little bit prematurely. How about you?
Well, there's different situations occur when a goalie gets pulled. Oftentimes it's not his fault directly, but the coach is looking to get a lift for his club, and he makes a move. It seemed to help Chicago at that point, because they did come back to tie the game. And other times you're lifted because of poor play, and it seems to me that he was a little disappointed with the way Belfour was handling the puck behind the net. He gave up the third goal. It was a great goal, but he threw the puck away just prior to that score, and I think he was probably a little upset about that.
Yeah, goaltenders are coming out to handle the puck. Ron Hextall obviously likes to set the trend in that department. Maybe no one in the league does it better than him, Andy. But most teams like their goaltenders to stay pretty close to the net. Now, you like to get out occasionally and handle the puck.
Well, there's situations arise when you can be a big benefit to your defense by just moving the puck in one direction so they start, or just setting it so they can get going. And it's not a bad thing to go out there and handle a puck, but it is a bad thing to go out there and overhandle it. In this instance I mentioned with Belfour, the puck was behind the goal line and the defense was standing there with no pressure on, and he could have left it for the defenseman and he could have taken control and moved the puck out of the zone. He elected to shoot it up around the boards. That's an instance where he's handling it well, but he's overhandling it because he doesn't need to make a move. He can just leave it there for his defenseman.
It's not enough that you've got to stop the puck and you get paid to do that, but you're also part traffic cop out there. I see you hands pointing this way, that way, shouting out instructions?
Well, several times during the course of the game, the defense is coming back hard towards you, and he really can't see what's on his back, and that's where the goaltender's eyes looking up ice can be of some assistance. Just give him a direction and tell him to get going that way might be all you need, but a lot of times you can get him out of a jam by telling him where the pressure's coming from.
Where do you feel this hockey club is right now, mentally, in the stretch drive, as compared to a year ago?
Well, I think we're you know, at a marked disadvantage with the number of injuries that have occurred this year, but I think as far as our outlook is concerned, it's very positive. The team's played well to date with the injuries, and they just keep going and basically play the game and don't worry about the guys being injured, and I think we'll be all set.
Well, hopefully you'll be all set soon. We're looking forward to seeing you maybe in Montreal next Wednesday.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, Andy, thanks.
Okay.
Andy Moog, our guest. Tommy?
David, thank you. Boston Bruins 5, Chicago Blackhawks 3. We are through 2 periods from Boston Garden this afternoon. I'll be back when Bruins hockey continues on your New England Sports Network.
Back in full strength as Terrien carries in deep. Terrien goes back behind the goal, still controlled. There's a shot by Bobak, stopped by Levy. Sosha scores! Bobak for Goodrow. Here's Goodrow on a breakaway. He's in, oh, and he's stopped by Levy. New Hampshire's star in the net, Jeff Levy, will play a key role in shutting down Hobey Baker candidate Rob Goodrow and the Providence College Friars. Join us for all the action Friday night at 7, live from Snively Arena. The big hits are right here on NESN. Let your New England Sports Network be your ticket ringside to the hardest-hitting boxing action anywhere. Tune in Monday night, February the 11th at 10:30 for Fight Night from the Great Western Forum, live on NESN. Winter is winding down, and it's just about that time of year.
Ball is racked deep toward left field, and that is out of here for a home run for Tim Derrick.
NESN brings you all the action as the Red Sox get into shape for the 91 season. March the 19th, NESN will kick off the first of 15 live exhibition games when the Red Sox tangle with the Detroit Tigers. NESN, your ticket to Red Sox baseball.
Boston Bruins 5, the Chicago Blackhawks 3, end of 2 periods this afternoon from Boston Garden. During our pregame show, Steve Burton had an interesting look at how hockey sticks have changed and improved. The guy is becoming a veritable fountain of knowledge and information. You know, Andy Moog's stick is a little unusual, too.
Hockey equipment over the years is developing more and more. Players are using aluminum sticks. Goalies are wearing lighter pads. And even the goalie's stick now has a new twist. At least Andy Moog's does. Moog's stick is curved, bent, angled, you name it. He even has a specialized knob.
Well, the top of the stick here is bent a little bit, so it makes it a little easier to pick up off the ice if you happen to drop it during the course of the play. You don't want to be looking down, fumbling for the stick, and this enables you to find it, and there's a piece sticking up so you can grab it and get back into the play with your stick.
Compared to the standard goalie stick, Moog's stick almost looks deformed. The curve in the shaft is called a Curtis curve. And by the looks of it, you have to wonder what Curtis was thinking.
The curve at the paddle and the handle enables you to lay the stick flush on the ice and gives you a more secure, stronger feeling, whereas a conventional goaltender stick would have a little bit of a rock in it and play, and it wouldn't lay flush on the ice as this stick does.
And, of course, we can't overlook the slight curve in the blade.
Yeah, that's something that just about every goalie has right now, and that enables a goalie to lift the puck up and get it on the glass to clear the zone in some situations where the defenseman asks him to move it out of the zone.
They say in hockey that goalposts are often a goalie's best friend. That may be true, but in the case of Andy Moog, this stick just may be his closest companion.
I can use the last game against Montreal as a prime example. I was caught out of position on my butt, and I had to reach back with my blocker hand, and my stick laid flat on the ice, and it hit up here at the knob of the stick and cleared it out. And if I hadn't had the stick, it might not have happened.
Closet Montreal fan, Fred.
Game highlights of the first two periods coming up before the start of the third. At the end of two from Boston Garden, the Bruins lead the Blackhawks 5-3.
Offering the utmost in quality and friendly personalized service is the family spirit that Sullivan Tire is all about. Why is providing the best in tires and car care so important to Sullivan Tire? Because I'm Bob Sullivan, and I want it that way.
The Goodyear Arriva, now on sale starting as low as $39.95.
From Gillette comes Sensor, the only razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face.
The best a man can get.
Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. The closest, safest, most comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of foamy shave cream, for the best shave a man can get.
Gillette, the best a man can get.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the twin-turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, it was called the best as well. Now come the new Nissan Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. We started out making cars, we ended up making history.
To the good life.
To live the good life, you have to pay the price. The average new car costs over $15,000. But there's a motor oil that can protect your investment under extreme conditions when conventional oils won't. Mobil 1, isn't your car worth the extra protection?
To the good life.
Protect the environment. Take your used motor oil to an approved used oil collection center.
We are at the end of two periods at Boston Garden. The Bruins trying for their second win over the Blackhawks in 2 tries this season. They score at the end of 2 periods, Boston 5 and Chicago 3. The Bruins scored first. Back in the first period, Ray Bourque on an early power play.
Ray Bourque holds, fakes, gives it to Wesley, gets it back, fires, scores! Raymond Bourque from Glenn Wesley.
Chicago's Mike Hudson in the box at the time and a tripping call, but the Blackhawks get it back on a Steve Larmer breakaway. Came off the bench for Doug Wilson's pass. It sends him in alone on Reggie Lemelin and ties the game at 1-1. Bruins get another power play and another power play goal.
In for Bourque. Behind the net. Flips it. Left back. West. Bourque. Bourque. In. Janney score! Neely!
Bruins lead at 2-1 at the end of the first period and get another one early in the second. It's Neely again.
Kental a drive, deflected wide by Conroy. Kept in. Janney in front, tip, score! Neely! Neely tips it home, his second of the afternoon to make it 3-1 Boston.
Mike Keenan lifts his starting goaltender. Ed Belfour is not what you call your happy camper either. But, bottom line, the Blackhawks come battling back to tie the hockey game. Within 1 on Greg Gilbert's goal. And then when Reggie Lemelin tosses his stick trying for a save, Chicago gets a penalty shot out of it by Wayne Presley.
There it is. He scored.
A little bit of everything in this one. Power play goals, penalty shots. How about one shorthanded?
Gets it 2-on-1. Don Sweeney and Lazaro. Score! Don Sweeney shorthanded!
Bruins back in the lead. It's 4-3 Boston. They get another one, too, in the final minute of the second period.
Janney wheels away. Drops it for Bork. Bork a shot. Score! Neely on the ice. Neely from Bork and Janney.
They reestablish their 2-goal lead by the end of the period. It is 5-3. First period scoring. Bork and Neely for the Bruins. Larmer for Chicago, 2-1 at the end of the first period. And then a bunch of them in the second period. Neely, with his second of the game at 2:58, gave the Bruins a 3-1 lead, but back came the Blackhawks. Greg Gilbert at 4:20, and then Wayne Presley on his penalty shot goal at 6:03. Presley's goal tied it at 3-3. Don Sweeney got his 6th of the season at 15:55, and then Cam Neely again in the final minute of the second period as the Bruins reestablish their 2-goal lead. It is 5-3 Bruins at the end of 2 periods of play. They have outshot Chicago 28-20. Third period now. Back to Fred Cusick, Derek Sanderson, and Dave Shea.
All right, Tommy. Blackhawks have their work cut out for them, down by 2 with 20 minutes left to go. You know, it's hard to figure out what Chicago's game plan was coming in, Derek. I mean,
I'll tell you what it was. If I was coaching, I got to say, you got to shut down Ray Bork, Cam Neely, Craig Janney. You got to shut down the 3 big guns. They are their offense. You nail those 3 cold, and we got this game.
Well, look at the scoring sheet.
Well, that's what you got to look at. The Bruins got 11 points thus far today. 9 of them have come from those 3. 4 by Craig Janney on the assist department. A hat trick by Neely, and another goal by Bork. Don Sweeney's goal unassisted. So, I mean, Chicago is playing as well as they have. They have let Neely get loose.
I'm just amazed.
3 goals.
I'm just amazed Boston's been able to play as well as they have with all the people that are out. I mean, we're not talking about just a couple of guys out for a few games. Key people out for long stretches of time.
I would be hard-pressed to find a team this injured playing this well.
Boy.
I never dreamed that they would continue the way they're going. And they still got another 20 minutes left, mind you. And they know that.
For the Hawks, McGill able to hammer it in. Chelios has not made an appearance since 1 shift early in the game. Bruins control and started out looking for Bob Sweeney, but Lazaro can't connect. Back is Ray Bork. Bork cuts away, gets a nice block from Peterson that helped things, and McGill drops it over the line. Peterson gets it back. Lost by Lazaro. Now Peterson trying to move it around. Bork everywhere. Fell down in the corner. Lazaro can't move it out. Puck is driven in near the net. Penalty on Peterson. Another penalty, another power play for Chicago. It will be their 4th. Out for holding again in the first minute of play. But the Hawks were able to keep the puck in the Boston zone.
Boston didn't get it out on 3 occasions, and that's where really things start to break down. Once they keep it in, Boston out of position. Peterson in front on Dirk Graham. Gets it through. There goes the left arm off that stick again, and then a shove in the chest. Dirk Graham, 14 goals, 11 assists, but Al Peterson hauled him down.
Well, so far the Bruin penalty killers have done a fantastic job against this #1 rated power play. But you don't want to keep giving them too many chances. You know, the numbers don't work in your favor.
No, they don't.
They have some weapons.
Well, Wilson hasn't been playing, and that's made a mistake earlier in the game. And Mike Keenan, not a forgiving type of coach. Kind of sat him for a while, but he makes this power play happen too.
He is out there, and he gets it. And it's back from Manson, and the shot missed the net. The long rebound, Wilson, left point. Manson one-times it, blocked by Bob Sweeney, and able to clear it. Wilson, checked by Bork. Wilson winding up again. Hammers it in, around the boards. Roenick going for it. Hard. Bork. Goulet. Bob Sweeney able to clear it out. Manson starts the power play. This is their 4th. On the 3rd, Don Sweeney scored for Boston. Puck behind the Boston net. Wesley is broken up. Roenick moving it. Clears it around the boards, and the Hawks are able to keep it in. Cassera moving it. Oh, a heavy hit on Lazaro, and out goes Goulet. That cross-check into the boards with Lazaro's back, and Lazaro down on the ice still.
Not getting up quickly. Jeff Lazaro just kind of shoved into the boards with a... I'm going to give him 2.
Boston 5, Chicago 3, third period on NESN.
Polaroid. We can help you in ways you never thought of.
Working together, showing you how, helping you say it, doing it now. When there's work to be done, feelings to capture, nothing works faster. We are the answer. Nothing works like Polaroid. Nothing works like Polaroid.
Here's that frustration we were talking about. Good hustle by the Bruins. Wesley. Lazaro playing his position well. It's cross-checked into the boards by Goulet.
Each team short a man now. Don Sweeney plays it back for Galley. Boston leads 5-3. Bruins started out in the center ice. Christian from Squeako going deep on Cassera. Forced behind the net. Christian still after it. Wheels it around, gives it to Galley. The shot blocked. Went wide. Oh, Galley beautifully set up. Net dislodged.
Well, the crowd obviously feels that Millen did it to relieve the pressure. There should be a call.
Well, I wouldn't be remiss at net when Christian went by it. It was on the moorings.
Well, the big plus there was Galley kept that
Millen.
low.
Millen himself.
Watch Millen. He's going to say he stumbled. Oh, he even shoved it. Come on, Donnie, give us the program here. But we got the benefit of the replay. And Koharski does not.
That's
So. He might have just stumbled into it. He had to actually give it an extra shove. Hey, boy, this is on there pretty good.
Galley, a good low, hard drive. He's been firing them too high of recent date. Squeako checked on the play. Battles to keep it in. Cassera gets it to Wilson. Each team short a man. Wilson can move. Coming on Galley over the line. Gets it off of Murray. Rolls in. Knocked wide by Lemlin, who lost his stick briefly. Hasn't got it. And Wilson, now he has it. Wilson shot deflected wide. Murray trying to get it. Blocked by Lemlin. It is back for Wilson. Wilson gets it across. Cassera shot. It is blocked by Don Sweeney. Kept in by Murray. Murray hit on the play. Bruins trying to break it out. And they do. A 2-on-2 Galley with Squeako. Back for Squeako. Shot. Save Millen. Loose puck. Presley skates it away. Presley has a penalty
got some extra bodies out there. Too many men.
40 seconds left now, and the Bruins are on a power play.
They were short-handed and had 7 guys out there.
Don't change them, Mike. Just send out some more.
Wesley for Hodge. Behind the net. Flips it for Bork. Bork lets it go, and it's wide. Puck on edge. Janney. Broken up on the play. The puck cleared out. Craig Janney has 4 assists on the 5 Bruins goals. 1 was unassisted. Back now comes Manson. Checked by Wesley. By Neely. 8 seconds left on the Boston power play. Neely with a hat trick. Bruins Bork starts it away with Neely. To Neely. In. Off. The backhander by Janney went wide as Neely elected to pass. Chicago back at full strength. Goulet is out of the penalty box. Long lead for Roenick. Too far. Lemlin trying to clear it. Goulet trying to keep it in at the corner. The Hawks intercepted by Raymond Bork. 5-3 Boston as Neely goes to Janney. Can't move in. Back comes Goulet. Goulet drops it for Lemieux. Lemieux checked by Galley. Taken to the backboards. Bruins. Neely trying to come out. Takes a hit from 2 Hawks. He was sandwiched there by Graham and Lemieux.
Wilson gave a stick up high to Janney. I think Wilson was prepared to be hit by Janney and got the stick up and really jolted CJ.
Janney staggering to his feet now. It is Boston 5, Chicago 3, third period on NESN.
Nobody does hockey like Upper Deck.
Well, Janney appears to be all right.
Well, what he did, he's coming into Wilson. Wilson's follow-through right here. Sees it coming. He just gets his stick up to protect himself. Ben didn't really do anything vicious. He was been more in protection than anything. Janney's stick was up. His was up. That looked accidental to me. Wilson is not yet. That's not a... It's a minor. That's why it's a minor.
See, to me, if it's accidental, you have yourself up and you're protecting yourself. He put his arms out with both hands on the stick.
You follow through, and you're going to make your arms go out to make contact first, so you can control it. You're not going to do. You didn't do it to wipe him out.
I mean, I can see if that's Chris Nyland bearing down on you. That's Craig Janney. You don't have to get up there.
Yeah, but you don't really know who that is until it happens.
Boston on a power play. 15:40 left in the third period. Graham coming, moving it across. A scoring bid by Larmer, and he fanned on it. Boy, he was cutting right in from the right wing side. Ray Bork belted down, passes off. Wesley with Kekalainen. Christian. And he can't set up Kekalainen. Christian tried. The pass was behind him. Out comes Manson. Long shot. Skate save Lemlin, and Chicago ruled offside. 1:31 left on the Boston power play.
Blackhawks with a dozen shorthanded goals, and they give it another shot here for 13.
Nice play here by Graham across the Larmer, but it's a bouncing puck. It skips over Steve's stick to the corner. Now watch this. This is how the Blackhawks kill penalty. There's one in there, but here's Larmer coming in. Graham sends him one way, and Larmer comes in another. Bit of a knee.
Ray Bork gets it now for Boston.
Ray Bork going back slowly, make sure the Hawks don't come in with a full head of steam.
Has a goal and an assist. Neely a hat trick, and Craig Janney 4 assists. Hodge clears it in. Kind of a tentative power play for Boston. With the 5-3 lead, they don't want to give up a shorthanded bid.
I don't know if they're thinking that as much as Chicago's killing them well.
Bork over to Wesley. Wesley clears in. And Manson able to fire it right out.
Now, there's no sense completely giving the power play away.
Up for Neely from Bork. Broken up by McGill. Cleared away. Very cautious power play by Boston.
It was.
Bork lost it to Graham. To Larmer. Larmer's shot blocked. Bork lost it again. Larmer with it. Bork has played so much. Kept in by Crucera. Hit Baharski, and Hodge able to get it. Break for Boston. Off for Bork. Bork for Neely, coming right side. Shot. Save Millen. He drilled that. 7 seconds left on the power play. Cleared down wide of Lemlin. And back at full strength, Chicago. Boston leads 5-3. Wesley is over the line with Thomas. The shot wide. Oh, he ripped that off. Sweeney clears it out. McGill fires it back. Don Sweeney drills it up. Crucera starts back for Chicago. They'll be going all out. Naturally. Galley holding smartly to Bob Sweeney, who lost it.
Just flipped over his stick.
Back to cover. Don Sweeney scored a big goal, breaking a 3-3 tie. Short-handed. Presley able to get it away. Off for Thomas. Back in front. Drive by Manson. Blocked. Goes to Lemlin. Lemlin kind of move it out. Bruins Lazaro got it up to Bob Sweeney. He is broken up at center ice. The Hawks come back 3-on-2. Penalty coming up on Boston. Power play for Chicago. With the score, Boston 5, Chicago 3. Back in a moment on NESN.
This is never going to work. Hey, relax. Anybody can send them roses.
Excuse me, we didn't order these. Ian, what's this?
Hi.
Did they really expect us to call them?
I'm telling you. Hello.
Nothing beats a bud.
Bobby Sweeney clipped Jeremy Roenick with a high stick right here. Roenick just skating on the back check. There's the finish. Bob Sweeney sees him coming and just kind of pitchforked him a little bit. Got caught.
The 5th power play for Chicago. They've been blanked, and Don Sweeney on the 3rd power play scored a shorthanded goal. Boston is 2 for 5 in power plays. And guess who's playing defense? 77. 12:44 left. The penalty called at 7:16. Boston leads 5-3.
Wesley's on Larmer, watching Larmer. Larmer wants to break to the corner. I think Creighton wants to get it directly into the corner.
Right. To Ray Bork. Long shot saved by Greg Miller, who replaced the starter Ed Belfour when Neely scored. And Neely has a hat trick.
Good hustle by Lazaro. Forced that power play his way.
Creighton drives it in. Lemlin out. Trying to clear it. Stop. Kucera with it. In deep for Larmer. Behind the net. In the corner. Bork up the boards, but not out. Wilson. Backhanded by Creighton over the net. Bork breaks it up now. Can't clear it. Kucera able to keep it in. Now to Larmer behind the net. Hit by Bork. Loose puck. Picked up. Knocked down on the play was Wesley, who was looking for a penalty.
Wesley, good steal on that play in front of the net.
Lemlin able to handle it now for Bork, who is absolutely everywhere this afternoon. 1 minute left on the Chicago power play. 5-3 Boston, 3rd period. Kucera intercepted by Christian.
Heady move there by Dave Christian. Play pass coming up the center ice area.
Squeako in forechecking. Kucera moves it up. Roenick trying to go, stopped by Christian, and he clears it. 40 seconds left on the Chicago power play. Kucera chased by Squeako. Blocked by Don Sweeney. That was Squeako setting that up with forechecking. 30 seconds on the Hawks power play. Bruins trying to forecheck deeply. Lazaro, Christian. Presley trying to move on it. Gets it away to Doug Wilson. 20 seconds left. Back comes Murray. Murray clears in. Don Sweeney and Presley going to the backboards. Don Sweeney trying to dig it, gets it around for Christian. Christian carries out in the center ice. Off for Squeako. Squeako checked by Wilson. Penalty almost up. It is up, but breaking Graham. Graham gives it to Murray. Murray in. Blocked by Lemlin. A big stop there as Murray went in. Had the chance. Shot by Conrad. And it's blocked. Conroy firing that one, and Lemlin able to tie it up. A couple of big saves by Lemlin. 5-3 Boston. 3rd period on NESN. To play for this team, you got to be tough, versatile, fast, and powerful. You got to be great. That's why the Bruins have GMC Truck in their team. Because no matter what you need, GMC Truck has it. Durability, versatility, quickness, power. Come see the full GMC Truck team. And right now, get a free autographed Bruins poster while supplies last. Come into your New England GMC Truck dealer today.
Now a couple of big moves by Reggie Lemlin there on a sequence that Stefan Quintal stands up at the blue line. He follows the play right here. See him drifting over? That play, he's got to watch Murray, because Murray's the dangerous one. Galley had his man going across top left. Stefan he just gets burned on that once in a while. Aside from that, playing excellent hockey.
Timeout by Mike Milberg.
Well, why not? Not going to do you any good when you bring it home.
No.
Right?
Yes, if you got the... I didn't use 18 timeouts this year.
Hey, and stay with Nesson immediately following today's Bruins game for an exciting Pac-10 basketball doubleheader. At 4 o'clock, California will tip off against Washington State, while at 6, the USC Trojans play host to Arizona State. It's a double dose of Pac-10 basketball at its very best. California and Washington State, and Arizona against USC, all coming your way right here on Nesson.
For the Boston Bruins, 4 new players in the lineup compared to the lineup that played against Calgary. And Cam Neely, a hat trick, shorthanded goal by Don Sweeney, goal by Bourque.
Right here is Ray Bourque with a little kind of a tug. Lemelin gets the stick into Larmer. And Larmer flips it into the corner. Goaltenders have a way of getting in the way.
Face off to the right of Lemelin. 10:32 left, third period, 5-3 Boston. Breaking the tie, Don Sweeney, second period, and a shorthanded goal. It is back to Cassera. Cassera shot. Misses. Deflects all the way to the Hawk zone. Neely out there. Jarmo Kekalainen played an excellent game. The Hawks break. Roenick coming on Wesley. The shot deflected by Wesley over the net. Hope to the boards by Lemelin. And out by Neely. Trying to break here is Kekalainen does. Drops it for Neely. The shot went wide. Nice play, Kekalainen. He's at left wing with Janney and with Neely. Offside pass by Chicago. And we're just beyond the halfway mark of the third period.
Jarmo Kekalainen was one step from being totally in the clear himself. Kucera was staying on Neely pretty good. So right here, Kucera knows Neely's got him beat if he gets by him. So he's going to work right there. Jarmo never thought anything else but Cam. Kucera was right there to deflect it.
Bob Sweeney out now for the faceoff with Adam Creighton.
He missed a year before he missed it prior to those 9 games. Excellent skating ability, Kekalainen. In place, score goals.
Chicago, a couple of power play goals third period, and their total shots just 4. A demonstration of how the Bruins have played. This one goes to Bob Sweeney in deep, intercepted by Thomas. Thomas drops it off, but it's taken over by Ray Bourque. Flips it down all the way to Millen. Millen hands it to Bob Sweeney. Bob Sweeney trying to cut in by Conroy, and a heavy hit by Townsend in deep as the Bruins forecheck. Thomas trying to come out. Squeako left wing, Townsend and Bob Sweeney complete the line. Townsend hustles back, breaks up the play for Boston. And Bourque fires it back in.
Thomas very upset with him too. Hit him.
Wilson's pass up, blocked by Don Sweeney and flipped to center ice. 5-3 Boston. On the puck, Townsend can't move in between the defensemen, and Wilson gets it. Now for Murray, winding up. He has Presley out there, and McKegney acquired in a trade with Quebec. This might be icing.
Now they waved it off.
Don Sweeney takes the hit from McKegney. Manson keeps it in. Around the boards, it goes for right point. Shot here, blocked. Lemelin able to pounce on it. 5-3 Boston, third period on Nesson.
Courageous work by Sweeney.
Nissan started a few years ago with cold-rolled steel and a hot idea to build the best. First came the twin-turbo Z, and it was judged the best. Then the Maxima, it was called the best as well. Now come the new Nissan Sentras, and they're called the best. In fact, in the last 2 years, Nissan's new lineup has won more major awards than anyone, 17 in all. We started out making cars, we ended up making history.
Cam Neely, a hat trick. Craig Janney, 4 assists. Ray Bourque, a goal and an assist, and a shorthanded goal by Don Sweeney.
An example of the way Don Sweeney plays this game. He knows this is waved off. He knows he's going to get hit. He tries to get cute with it. Get it up and around.
Well, he's taking some wicked hits today.
Well, this year, he gets hit hard. Tough kid.
But he's got the last laugh right now.
Well, he's tough enough to play.
He's shorthanded.
giving the Bruins the lead.
Hodge on the faceoff, back from Manson. Manson checked by Lazaro, trying to put it in front. Intercepted by Wesley. Wesley trying to bang it out with Christian. Rock, Bork gets it out. Manson drills it back. Ray Bork has it. And able to clear it out. 8:15 left, third period, 5-3 Boston. Sarah for Goulet, checked by Christian. With it, Hodge. Hodge can't set up Lazaro. Lazaro held down. Hodge tied up the play on Cassera. And now it's banged over the Boston line, taken over by Ray Bork, and here Roenick and Lazaro.
Somebody better grab me.
Oh, Lazaro taking nothing from Jeremy Roenick. In comes Manson. Now Manson's third in, grabbed him around the throat. They haven't been calling that much as long as it's a peacemaking role. They are not going to allow that man, Jeremy Roenick, to be intimidated by anybody.
Well, after tonight's game, the Bruins will hit the road for a long road trip, 5 games over a 2-week period. When they get back, be sure to tune to Nesson for the action on February 28th as the Bees take on Pat-LaFontaine and the New York Islanders. Get Bruins Digest live at 7 p.m. Then at 7:30, the Bruins battle the Islanders. That's Thursday, February 28th, right here on Nesson.
Roenick and Lazaro at 12:06, 2 minutes each for roughing. So we have just about 8 minutes left. Mike Keenan behind the bench took out his goaltender, who is the best record in the National Hockey League, El Belfour, after the Bruins made it 3-1. Replaced him with Millen.
It had a immediate quick fix effect as Chicago came up with 2 quick goals to tie it, but then Sweeney's shorthander in the third of the game by Neely wiped that out, and that's where we've been ever since the end of the second period.
Chicago, you give Chicago grave notices for coming back. Reggie Lemelin would like to have Gilbert shot back.
Right.
He could stop that 999 times out of 1,000, and in a penalty shot. So it wasn't that the Blackhawks picked up the pace or anything. It was just that they got a couple of breaks.
Around the boards, Kekalainen trying to move it out. Bruins do now in the center ice. Conroy. This will wave off the icing. Ray Bork up the middle, intercepted by McKechnie, kicked into the corner from Murray. Neely, Bork trying to move it out. Neely does. Snaps it out of the zone. Kekalainen hustles on Conroy. Hustles on Graham. Forces the play back. Kekalainen has been a find. Into center ice, he's out of Clarkson College, native of Finland. McKechnie. Now Murray trying to wind up. Ooh, the Bruins could have stolen that. They'd have Millen dead to rights. Bork checks Presley. Puck's deep. Presley goes. Thomas with it. Thomas wheeling. Checked by Wesley. Behind the net. Janney checking. Manson moving in. Behind the net. Tied up. 6:46 left. Third period. Each team with 4 shots in the third period. That is magnificent defense by Boston.
Well, if the Bruins can hang on, they'll share a piece of the pie for top spot in the NHL with the Blackhawks. Granted, it's still February, but as Mike Keenan said before the game, hey, it's February. What else is happening? Might as well put some fun into the month.
Bruins will have, however, 3 games more played than the St. Louis Blues will be somewhere in there.
Very interesting if Belfour comes up for a contract. The general manager is Mike Keenan. And Belfour can really stick it to him.
Oh, he can.
He'd like to right now, I think. Look at that.
Not a happy camper.
No.
And I don't know. It's tough to play under those circumstances, but he's been doing a magnificent job of it.
Bob Sweeney and Hudson. Hudson's played very little, but now it's kept in by Gilbert. Fired it across. Gilbert has scored a goal. Spico gets it down. Can't clear it. Kicked in by Manson. Rolls Neil Lemlin. Fires it up for Townsend, who flips it softly.
Bruins are more of that sit-on-it mold now. They're trying to too cute with it. You can't stop skating against these Blackhawks.
Here comes Hudson. Broken up by Don Sweeney. Don Sweeney on the board. Got it up. Townsend took a rugged hit there. Townsend ties it up at the blue line. Dave Shea, NHL update.
Well, there's only one other game going on right now, Fred, and that is Quebec and New Jersey at the Coliseum. The Nordiques have the lead. Bruins will be in Quebec tomorrow to take on the Nordiques. They're up 2-1 now over New Jersey in the third. Everything else under the lights, so to speak. Calgary playing at Hartford. The Rangers are at the Forum tonight. A tough one for the Canadiens. The Islanders will play the Maple Leafs at Maple Leaf Garden. Also Detroit at Minnesota, and Los Angeles will play at St. Louis. This update has been brought to you by Budweiser. Boy, some good games tonight.
I'll say.
Keenan now trying to go for some depth. Mike Milbury has just used 3 lines. Very little service for Stevenson, Walls, and Carter. They did play in the first period, but now...
I think both coaches have pretty well gone with just the 3 lines.
Wilson with it. 5-3 Boston. Hat-trick for Neely. In deep, Presley knocks it behind the net. Galley going for it. Don Sweeney. Bruins work it up to Hodge. Hodge, a lead on the way for Squeako. He's broken up by Wilson. Christian moving in. Presley gets it. Can't clear it. Fired up by Don Sweeney. Loose puck. Presley, who scored on a penalty shot. Presley is over the line. Penetrating. Holding. Shooting. Left pad save. Lemlin, a beauty on Presley. In deep, Thomas puts it in front, knocked away by Galley. In front, knocked away by the Bruins again, spinning down near the goal line.
Going to slow down.
And it's not icing. 5:25 left, third period. Mike Milbury able to make a change. A flip all the way down to Lundlund, and back foot Wesley. Fires it right out. No icing.
He's letting all the cheap stuff go.
Neely, forechecking. Kekalainen moving in. Pinned on the board. Becerra gets it out. McKegney clears in. Back is Ray Bourque. The magnificent one. Puck kept in by Troy Murray. Shot blocked in front. Wesley behind the net. Now McKegney going for it. Spun around. It goes to Kekalainen. He breaks it up to Janney. Janney coming on Manson. Sifted through the puck, but Becerra able to break it up. Stopped by Neely. A shot, a long one. Millen knocks it away. 4:35 left, third period. 5-3 Boston. Hudson offside as he tried to move in.
Hey, if you're a Bruins or a Celtics fan, past or present, you'll want to tune in at 7 every Tuesday night for Big Shots on Causeway. A half hour of conversation with those who have made Boston Garden a house of champions over the years. Be sure to join me next Tuesday night, February 12th. My guest will be Hall of Famers Bobby Orr and John Havlicek. We'll be taping that show at the Sports Depot in Alston Monday night at 7 if you care to join us. That's Big Shots on Causeway. You can see it Tuesday, February 12th at 7, only on Nesson.
All right, here's Presley just crisscrossed across the blue line, and what you've got is you got 4 Bruins backed in deep. He's got to stand up on Presley, and when you start to see that happen, collapsing off the blue line, a lot of it is tentative. You're starting to play a little more cautious than you want. Reggie Lemelin got an equipment problem.
He's stalling, giving well, Bourque, yeah,
giving Ray
Bourque
some rest.
stay out there.
What if he has a legitimate equipment problem?
Right. Sounded just like Archie then.
You don't believe that? You don't believe that?
You're going to call one of us dingbat or something.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You know, Graham Townsend, with each game, impresses me more and more.
He's a good, hard-working forward, throws his weight around. That will do it. Skating and hitting.
Ray Bourque's got himself a new pair of gloves. He goes through 6, 7, 8, 9 a game, depending on how wet they get.
Bourque cleared it in. Bob Sweeney going to prevent the icing. He gets there. Taken to the boards by Wilson. Christian moves it in. Townsend goes for it. Townsend has it in the corner. Misfires. Oh, he was going to put that right through the pads of Millen. Back comes Hudson, broken up by Don Sweeney and Ray Bourque. Bob Sweeney back, right wing over the line. Holds it. Takes an elbow from Hudson. Steal by Christian, knocked away by Millen. Now it is Hudson out out, stopped by Ray Bork. He is everywhere. 3:45 left, third period, 5-3. Puck driven in. That is Wesley. Around for Stevenson. Bork intercepts this one. But clear, though. Here's Stevenson hustling. Can't get in. Teixeira touches. Icy. 5-3 Boston.
This afternoon's game is being brought to you in part by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light. And by your New England GMC truck dealers. It's not just a truck anymore. It's quality on the road. And by your New England area Century 21 offices. Put your trust in number 1, Century 21. And by Mobil. Mobil 1 synthetic motor oil. Isn't your car worth the extra protection?
Our assistant director, Liz White, is phenomenal. Not only does she make sure that we do what we have to, but she comes up with some real pearls. Little known fact that Ed Belfour, his favorite musician is Neil Young. Neil Young played in the Garden last night. Do you think Ed might have been here, maybe a little off his game today?
He wasn't off his game by no manner of means.
Well, Andy Moak thought he mishandled that play before the final goal he gave up.
That's fine. As a goaltender allowed one mistake, that's incredible. That he can't make one error in a game.
Okay, boys. Okay, settle down. Settle down, boys.
Well, I didn't put him on the guillotine, Fred. Maybe Keenan thought.
Mike Keenan is the only one that matters. And Mike Keenan thought he made a mistake, and that's the kind of act. Most coaches are pretty careful how they treat their goaltenders, very gingerly, and Mike Keenan doesn't care. Last year he was pulling them in and out, but obviously Belfour has played well because he hasn't done it all that often to him this year.
The face-off out to the right of Lemlin, 3:13 left. Third period, 5-3 Boston. The go-ahead goal after a 3-3 tie. Don Sweeney short-handed. Cam Neely then a hat trick. And the puck is kept in by the Hawks. They move it in front. Skated off by Squeako. Bob Sweeney fires it over the line. Knocked away by Manson. Hodge checking the play, able to fire it right back in. And we're under 3 minutes left. 32 shots Boston, 26 for Chicago. But only 6 here in the third period by the Hawks. Bork breaks it up. In the center ice, Squeako fires it back in. Manson winding up. Broken up by Hodge, goes to center ice. Bob Sweeney after it. Checked by Creighton. Let the Bruins control it. Raymond Bork. Over the line for Squeako. Screen shot. Knocked wide. Neely moving in. Now Conroy starts it back. A lead on the right for Thomas. Thomas with Creighton. And Don Sweeney not only broke it up, took the puck away, but can't clear it. McGill fires one and misses the net. The rebound chopped out by Neely. A break here, 2-on-1. Janney and Kekalainen. Janney hit the side of the net. Gives it to Neely for his fourth bid, and a save by Millen. 1:45 left. 5-3 Boston. That was a 2-on-1 with Kekalainen, and Janney went for the attempt.
Don Sweeney looks hurt. Presley ran him in the corner before the Bruins got that play out.
Boy, he
hit pretty hard. Right here, he beats his man. Now right at him. High sticks him, wraps a stick around his throat. Presley, believe me, it's not that tough to be doing things like that.
And the face-off now to the right of Millen. 1:42 left. Third period. Don Sweeney's taken several hits, but he scored a big goal for Boston, shorthanded to break a 3-3 tie in the second period. Neely a hat trick, Janney 4 assists. It has been the best game of the year for the Boston Bruins against the team with the best record in the NHL.
Well, they had to come up with a big one, a lot of injuries.
Janney, Neely, can't set up Squeako right in front. 1:24 left. We'll keep an eye on Millen. He has to stay in now. 1:15 left. 6 shots by the Hawks in the third period. Ray Bourque breaks it up. McKegney gets it. Murray, but they're offside, trying to move in. 1:05 left.
You know, there's an interesting statistic on Mr. Belfour, Chicago's rookie goaltender. There has been 3 prior goaltenders. Brimsek, Jernan, and Rollins all have led the league in their rookie years. And
6
those
teams.
And those
You know what the common denominator was?
have gone on to win the Stanley Cup.
Right.
And Ed Belfour, if he remains with that goals against average and wins the best goals against average.
And Keenan doesn't take him out.
And Keenan leaves him there. Or Keenan leaves, pulls him out now, and never plays him again. I don't know which.
Ray Bourque, he's just about played the entire third period. And a good part of the second and the first. Had a goal and an assist. He clears it away over the Hawk line. 50 seconds left. 5-3 Boston. Bruins have been never better than the third period.
Playing a smothering defense here in the third period. Just for a while I thought they were just sitting back on it, but now they've been just get it in, get it out.
Bourque
handling it well. There.
Can't clear it out. Manson. Shot. Blocked by Bourque. Manson keeps it in. Cleared away now by Bourque. At center ice. Puck cleared in. Lemlin way out of the net. Puts it around the boards. Thomas there. Behind the net. Broken up. 5 seconds left. Bob Sweeney takes the hit. As the game ends, they surround Reggie Lemlin. And the Bruins with an impressive victory. The best game the Bruins have played all year, given the injury situation.
Chicago can't play any better.
Once again, the final score, Boston 5, Chicago 3. Nesson's next Bruins hockey game, Thursday, February 28th. The Bruins host the New York Islanders at the Boston Garden, live at 7:30. Immediately following Bruins Digest with your host, Tom Larson. At 7:30 p.m., it's Bruins action on Nesson.